All right. Welcome back. So, it's been a bit of an emotional episode there, right, since we came back. Last session, we finally put to rest Bard Most Brave, Burton Coffin's funeral, and this week we find the mates of fate resting on a beach, thinking about where they've been, what comes next, taking a much needed holiday from, well, everything they've been through. Sometimes in the middle of trying to save the world, it's a good thing to try and save yourself. So, does anyone else want to add anything else for a recap? Or
Spine Crusher?
Recap wise, no.
But
However, so we as the Mates of Fate have been using a service called Syrinscape, and it's come to my attention that the plug for it, which is totally deserving because it's an awesome application. After maybe a dozen sessions or so, maybe it's gotten a little stale. So what I would implore you is, do you feel like your games have become a little stale?
Oh my god.
Are your games missing maybe a certain flair, a certain pizzazz in the form of audio stimulation? Then I would highly recommend Syrinscape. Seriously, it's got great music, great ambiance, and great sounds. So if you're in the need of terrific sounds to kind of bring your game from beta version to version 1.0, Syrinscape is the way to go.
oh god, he even rhymed at the end there.
That was outstanding.
Okay.
You know they don't sponsor us, right?
Did I say sponsor?
No, I'm just saying that was exquisite. That was really good copy. They don't sponsor us.
They don't sponsor us. It is a pretty good application, and it's all royalty free, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Well done.
Right. So, yeah, so you guys got to meet some interesting folks who kind of keep everything running over there at the villa.
They were weird.
They were very weird for sure. But they were a fun little ragtag crew. The two of you took a bath.
Not together, but in the
not-
same room.
You took a bath together, but
Different
in
tubs.
separate tubs.
separate baths.
You-
It was
guys-
steamy hot. It was
you
an
guys
amazing
did-
bath.
You guys were a Cialis commercial. Is what happened. So
We ate pie with our bare hands, like animals.
it was exactly a Cialis commercial. God damn it. All right.
Yes.
Also looking for sponsors. So no, so but you had a bit of a heart to heart, and for the first time maybe in your entire week-long relationship, you started to forget that one another was Flohelgian and Fergandali, and you actually just talked. And you found a lot of common ground, a lot of resentment for sort of the forces that blindly push you into battle and sent young men to their deaths. You also, Adraxa explained to Spine Crusher kind of the stakes, the big game, the threat looming over the world, another ethereal war, explaining what that is, explaining what's been coming. And it was, well, eye-opening, I think. I'd like to think. You then went upstairs and found that Zara had turned into a goat again. You didn't think enough of it to do something about it until you just thought, well, I guess I'll knock her out, which brought her back into being a person, freaking out Valenquips, who is a little at a loss for words at that. Valenquips offered to bring you up to speed and everything, but all of you were so exhausted from this harrowing week that you've been through that you all passed out and slept for about 16 hours, was it? Just straight through. Bring yourselves all the way back up to feeling awake and alert. And in that moment of clarity, Adraxa decided to wake everyone up with the insistent message that there's something we gotta do. Come on. Walked out across the new path cut through the forest from the all the way through to the beach. There, finding the sword in the sand already showing signs of some changes. You opened up the feather house, and everyone brought out Broden and said their words. You met a family that was going to offer to name if it is a son, to name it after him. And
I meant to tell them that Brunin is a unisex name. I should find him.
Yeah. Ken, you also went and spoke with Reggie for a bit. Reggie went off with Zara for a little bit. Spinecrasher went to to go sit on the beach and just listen. Adraxa, well, you went through some stuff. At this point, the fire, I'd say that the pyre itself is maybe still smoldering coals without much else to keep it fed. Some of the people are wondering whether to start a new campfire for the evening or to just put wood back on the pile. It's unclear. It's sort of at that point, like, well, would that be disrespectful? Do we let it die? Do we? Yeah. So some of the ascendants who are holding wood are kind of looking awkwardly confused about. Oh, okay. They go, start setting up.
Let me help. Spinecrusher is going to grab some wood and start setting up a fire. Help set up the fire as well.
Actually,
Make a survival check.
Spinecrusher,
Survival check.
I have a more important job for you if you would help. It is...
Drops the wood.
Excellent.
Looks eagerly at Adraxa.
There's a good man. Can you please go back to the villa and ask our new friends if they can give you as much alcohol as you can carry? Because we're gonna light this bitch up.
Okay. I can do that.
Yeah, like, you got the muscles. You could probably do, like, a cask on each shoulder. Just, like, bring out the good stuff.
I carry a lot. I got it.
Bring the boy. Tell him he can party with us if he helps carry.
What was the boy's name again?
It was Valken. Voltron.
Valken. It was a Valken, wasn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Come on, Matt.
It's all right.
It's all right. I'll play into it.
Let it play out.
Go find Voltron. Go find Voltron and ask him for the biggest cask and tell him he can come.
Yeah. All right. So Spinecrusher is going to make his way up to the villa, through the path, through the the sands. And...
All right. It's nighttime at this point. Do a perception check.
Okay. Not one for a total of 1.
It sure is spooky here this time at night. You feel an unsettled feeling like something could be right behind you. Okay, what was that? It was a leaf. Okay.
It was a leaf.
You just keep walking.
A little faster.
Yeah, you definitely, you don't know anything about this place, and you walk a little bit faster. You hear a sound.
You cut out there. What did you say?
Just a weird naturey noise.
I pause. I stop walking and I try to give a closer listen. I look around. It might not be picking you up, Matt. Yeah. Can I do I look around a little bit. Can I do an investigation check?
Yeah.
Whatever the sound is. 18.
18. Okay. You walk. You look around. You see what looks to be almost like a sleeping toucan that immediately flutters its wings and goes charges. Yeah, nowhere. Seriously.
9 hells, be gone.
Okay, you are going to be at disadvantage on wisdom saves for the next. I'd say for the remainder of the night.
Okay.
At least while you were in these woods.
Why? I'm just curious.
because you're scared.
I'm scared. Okay. Yeah. So
Freaked
disadvantage on wisdom saves. Okay.
Thing just popped out at you. It just like there's something spooky about tonight.
Spine Crusher's like shaking a little bit. That sort of like scared, nervous, cold shake. He's just trying to get up to the villa as quickly as possible.
You briskly walk up to the villa.
He's thinking to himself, God, is this my new home? Got to put some lights out here.
All right, you head out to the up to the villa. Soon enough, you can see it. It is lit. Sconces well lit on the walls, and yeah, you walk up to it, and soon enough, you see Winnie is walking by, like kind of like a flick of the wrist, and you just see the lights around just start to become a glow. All right, looks quite nice. Been long enough since we've done that. All right, back inside. A day.
Winnie.
Oh! Get that devil out of me!
So I'm not the only one being spooked tonight, am I?
Well, what do you need there? Come on. Backbreaker was it?
Spine Crusher.
Spine Crusher. Well, come on in. Catch your death. What do you want?
Me and my friends, we're in need of some ale. If you have a couple casks, I can carry them out.
Oh, make yourself quite at home then. Carry them out.
Yes.
Would you not rather come back to the villa?
No, I think it's an interesting evening. I think we'll spend the evening on the beach.
Well then, sure, we can arrange to have some brought back out. Would you mind if we brought out if we came as well? Would you like us to maybe fix up something to snack on?
Well, I think that would be lovely.
I'll talk to Clara.
There's quite a few of us out there.
Oh, well, yes, there was the three of you, as I recall.
There's more than that.
Oh, all right. I'll tell Flora to make about enough for 10. That ought to do.
That works. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. She turns back around, and looks at you.
But the ale, where's the ale?
Oh, come on in. It's your house, after all. I'll show you. Follow me. She just walks very comfortably. As much as she's just said that it's your house, she walks around like it's her own. And soon enough, she kind of like trails her finger along the walls as she goes, and then soon enough, there's a kind of like a mounted, deer's head on the wall, and she boops the nose as she passes. Sort of pointy there. Right, and it's over here. Second door on the left. Just you can see right there is the kitchen where we got in, and you met Flora. I'll go talk to her now. And in there is the ale, wine, and all of that. That reminds me. Valencuts wanted to talk to you about the wine. At any rate, we'll all meet you out there.
Spine Crusher paused at the deer mounted on the wall. He's looking at it. Someone here a hunter?
Oh, the former tenant was when Israel Yafuala. She was many things, and including a hunter.
Was she good?
From what I've heard, she was the best.
And can I examine the deer to get a sense of if it was well mounted, if it was, if she knew what she was doing?
Try to see what that would be. Yeah, that is a toughie. Make
animal handling, perhaps.
No, it is handling an animal, but not in that sense. I would say make an investigation check.
5.
Maybe it was you don't know if she was a good hunter or it was just a really good taxidermist. You're not sure.
I was just curious.
But, yeah.
Spent a good portion of my youth hunting animals such as these. not often that you find people living in villas and islands like these. Hunters.
Oh, but she didn't always live here, of course. It was, but she kept a pack of hounds, and they were, as I recall, a bit barky. It's a bit morbid for me. I'm not quite much of a fan of the whole thing there, you know. Anyways,
Hunting, you say?
oh no, it's not for me.
Hmm.
But if you're more than welcome to try. There's plenty of good spots out there in the forest. I heard tell of an owlbear even a few years back. Plenty to do.
I might have to take you up on that. Thank you.
Oh, don't take me up on that. Just go for yourself. I'm not going with you. Got more than enough to do around here. She kind of looks at what like a wine glass that's been left out, picks it up, and just looks with like this little bit of disapproval. Wipes it on her apron and then heads into the kitchen.
All right. Spinecrusher's going to make his way into the ale room, pick up a couple casks to take out.
Yeah. You see some casks. They look to be pretty good. What's your passive investigation?
Passive investigation is 10.
Okay. It's enough that like the first cask you find, you kind of like pick it up and you're like, oh, it feels like this one's been repaired. Kind of a little loose. So you set it back down and find another one that seems a little sturdier, newer. And so you find two casks and you're able to get them kind of like one under each arm. Part of you is thinking like, I could try to grab a third and just roll it with my feet. But then you realize, no, that's a long way. That's stupid. Yeah. If only you had some help to do this.
All right. Ugh. And I make my way back outside through the kind of spooky path.
It's not picking up. That's how spooky it is.
Oh yeah, it's just a spooky.
It's on the spookiest frequency.
Yeah.
Okay. Back at the beach, Adraxa, you have been sitting there while they're lighting that fire and, stacking wood. What are you doing? What's Adraxa doing at this point?
Adraxa spent most of the day standing sentinel by the funeral pyre, just kind of at attention. But now that it's burning down, she looks a little lost, not completely sure what to do with herself. So she invites like everyone to start bringing her wood, and she starts building, instead of a pyre this time, a bonfire, like a really nice big one with all the dry wood they can cobble together.
Okay. Soon enough, you see Malik standing on what looks to be like a rocky shoals heading out at one of the edges of the beach. And seems to be holding what looks like to be a sharpened staff or spear. Just waiting patiently, almost like you see him and he looks like a heron standing there. Sort of like slowly walks, not even disturbing the pile of rocks as he like takes a step. His pant legs like rolled up to the knees into the water. Another step. A few minutes pass while you're building the fire, and you almost forget that he's there until you hear the sudden splash, and then he pulls up what looks like one of the biggest fish you've ever seen someone catch with a spear. Fantastically done. People actually start clapping at it.
Not bad from a dude from the Underdark.
You should see some of the fish down there. He, brings it, and soon enough you find, some sticks that have like that nice natural V at the, end of them. You are able to make like a rotisserie for this fish.
Cool.
A bit of seasoning, recommended strongly by Arlington, even though has plenty to pipe in with concerning, eventually, Event party.
It's just like the recommendation is just like 99% salt because the dude has like all his arteries are just clogged.
Oh, we could add some bacon fat and perhaps we could...
Yes, have you? What did you stuff it with? What do you mean you didn't stuff? No. Take it off. We'll fix it now.
Oh my god. Look at how far the Ascendants have scattered. They were so eager to be rid of you, Arlington. We'll probably never get them back in the Feather House.
I'm gonna go see if we have anything still in there. Fish.
He's so goddamn old.
Did you go find something in a puddle and you're just gonna eat it? What's wrong with you?
Do you want to just give me your sword now and I'll go stake it in the sand with the others? Like we just call it.
Shit.
He's already in the Feather House, just like grumbling about their bacon and... Alright.
That man almost let me get disintegrated by a beholder once. I don't want to hear it.
He almost killed me when I tried to save him from killing himself.
Different character.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Same player.
Yeah, same player.
So, love Eric. You guys, soon enough hear a kind of panicked footsteps as Spine Crusher. You make it. Oh God, thank God. Fire, bonfire. That looks actually quite lovely. What's that smell?
There's a good lad. Oh, well done, you.
Thump. I set down the 2 casks.
And
heavy thump on the sand.
And where are the cups?
Oh fuck.
They in your pockets.
Can you give me a few more minutes?
It's fine. I did not tell you. I knew you would not bring cups. It's fine.
Don't you have your Feather House? Do you have cups in there?
Of course we do. I think.
Of course.
I don't go in there very much.
But you apparently have no ale either.
We might have, but you know.
We should fix that.
I think it might be like magic stuff in there. Like if we take it out of the house, I don't know if it stays. It might just. So I wanted the stuff that would definitely not. I'll go see. I'll run in the Feather House into our dining room. I think we have one of those.
Make an investigation check.
Oh no, I'm not good at that. Oh, yes I am. 16.
Okay. Most of the cups you find are kind of smudged and dirty in the sink.
Doesn't bother me a bit. I just
So.
gather up an armful of both dirty and clean cups, whatever. Take them at an armful.
Spine Crusher won't care either.
Do they disappear when I exit? When I leave the Feather House?
No, they don't.
Hey!
At first.
I'll lay it out and Spine Crusher, you were the bartender. What do you call when you open a cask? Do you tap it? Can we tap it?
You're gonna tap it. You tap the cask.
Of course I do. I've done this before. I tap the cask.
Oh, so does Spine Crusher see that Atraxa doesn't know what she's doing? Oh, hold on. You're gonna spill that ale everywhere.
I actually just have like an axe in my hand. I'm like, this is how you tap it.
Oh, sort of. Yeah, hold on. And Spine Crusher takes like there's like a little nail inside of the cask already there.
Mm-hmm.
And pops that nail out, and a little spout of ale just comes pouring out of the cask.
Oh.
Quick, the cup.
Oh, yeah. They're different in Floelg. They don't have that nail. Let's start.
Pop the nail back in.
Start pouring cups of ale for everybody. How many people do we have, by the way, on the beach? Like,
It's a good number. Probably we'll say about 20 people there right now.
Didn't we have like 50 Ascendants in the house?
I can't remember.
I can't either.
We'll say a lot of them are sleeping still, or
Sure.
have gone back in, or people are, still walking the beach and enjoying the sea.
Mm-hmm.
But, for the most part, at the beach right now, probably about 20.
Okay.
Yourself.
Okay. Hey. Cheers, new friend. I raise a glass to Spine Crusher.
As you cheers, the cups almost like they were made out of like dirt.
Oh,
Crack, like very, very thin, like ceramic or something. It just, oh.
is that because we're a barbarian and a fighter, or is that because...
I rolled, and it was 2. So 2 minutes later in real time, adding the cups. Yeah.
All right, well, you know what? Let's just do it like we did in basic training. And I just I go to grab Spine Crusher's ankles. Like no. Cask stand.
Cask stand.
I lift him up.
Zara probably. Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's dangerous. Okay. And then just.
Sure, that's dangerous, Miss. Your new tattoo will get infected. It's fine.
Okay, you know, like, I mean, it's just a real medical thing because, like, they get infected like super easy.
Chug a lot, boy. There you go.
Okay.
Glug, 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 glug. And I tap to put me down.
Drop him now.
All right. Make a Constitution check for me.
Okay.
I'll say with advantage because you're
You're a big boy.
first round.
19.
You're fine. Yeah, you do a proper, like, showing flow health score. Yeah.
Brunon would have liked this. He probably would have liked you.
He seemed like a good halfling.
He was the best. I think in the words I spoke, I probably didn't convey that he was also very... He did a lot of good in the world. I know I kind of focused on the stupid stuff, but... Yeah. He did a lot more good than I ever did, I think.
Well, like I said, I only knew him for mere seconds. But he changed my life, and that's saying something.
There's someone you need to get to know. Hang on. I just start yelling down the beach without looking behind me. Yellerina! She nearby. She behind me the whole time.
Soon enough, you see kind of like this figure standing. You almost didn't notice it. Probably taking it to be a pillar of stone by the sea. You see this figure turn and actually a Draxa insight check.
15.
Okay. Yeah, not at the spot where the sword is, but at the spot where she fell into the ocean. Yellerina has been standing, just looking out. She turns back.
Come on, join us.
Yeah, sure. Got a nice fire there going.
I empty out 2 casks of, or like, what do you call it? Skins of water. I just dump the fresh water out and fill them with ale, and I hand one to Yellerina. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh God.
It's not good.
No, it's just been a little while since I've had ale that wasn't, didn't have that tinge of someone drinking out of a cup that once had salt pork at, every meal. I forgot how good it could be. Oh, that's...
Yeah, you guys all needed some fresh air, I think. It's been a little too long.
How about you guys stay in the Feather House and we go save the world for a few months?
Sure.
All right. Oh God, whew.
I worry about the kid. Like, I'm not trying to keep you guys caged up like animals. I just, you know what's at stake.
I do. We have to protect her, but...
Does she?
Well, you have to remember, you think of it this way. If you had a flower and you needed to keep it alive long enough for it to bear fruit or what have you, long enough to bloom, you could keep it absolutely safe if you make sure nothing would ever happen to it if you put it into a box and shut it away into a safe and put the safe into a cellar and made sure nothing could ever possibly get to it.
That sounds like a good plan. Do you know of such a box and cellar?
What do you think happens to the flower when you finally go to check on it?
It's still standing? Oh, it is not still. Oh, the flower has perished. Okay.
Right. I mean, I think she has to be able to see the world. If she's going to be able to make, if she's going to be able to make right choices, if she's going to be the one that saves the world, she has to know what the world is. She has to know what she's fighting for, why it's so important.
I don't like it.
Me neither. I guess that's the closest thing I'll ever know to parenthood.
Can we at least agree that she sees as much of the world as she thinks is necessary, but she always has one of us?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Never out of her sight ever since. Well, ever since.
So that's what I'm hoping you can help me explain to our new
Baldy.
Baldy. Yeah. You remember Spine Crusher? You remember Yellow Arena?
Quite the name for yourself. It's
Always.
a pleasure to. Sorry.
That's what they do in his tribe. They always have cool nicknames.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm not sure. Cool is the word I would use for my name.
I mean, but you wouldn't say it's not cool.
What do you know?
Is it not a cool thing? Are you ashamed of all the spines you have crushed?
Yelorena, it is a pleasure to meet you.
Hi. So, assuming you're gonna be venturing with Adraxa a bit more, and I'm assuming she's maybe talked to you about Reggie and, well, I'm assuming about me. She says as this, almost 9-foot figure is like looking down at you.
A bit. We've just been going full speed for 2 weeks. But I told him about the songs, what's at stake. But you need to understand, this man is born and raised believing Krustak was a savior. And I have a hard time explaining exactly how wrong that is. You'd know better than I do.
I do. But let's sit over here for a while.
Hey,
Pulls you aside. You guys find like some of the heavier logs brought from the forest. We sit on them. Well, where should I begin?
well, first, I gotta say it takes a big man to be open to hearing this. There's only a handful of times I've changed my view of the world, and it took a lot longer than a day, so you had my respect, Spine Crusher. But you see the holes we've seen in the sky. You know that there is a war coming. But maybe you can tell us about the first time, so we know what to expect the second time.
Well, you have to understand, in those days, the worst that could happen to you wasn't just blood spilled. The worst that could happen to you was more than that. You could die, sure, same as people do now. When you die now, if you want to understand what I've heard in the stories told from the people you picked up south of Flowhill, the folks you talked to here, Arlington and Malik and everyone.
Aye.
What I've heard is that there's, well, they say that when you die, you go to a different place, depending on whether you were a kind, righteous person or whether you were a servant of something dark. Well, in those days, it wasn't so justly ordered. Souls were taken by what forces would take them. So if you died fighting for what you believed in, there's still a chance you might devote yourself wholeheartedly to a god that was kind and just. And then you died a martyr. And there you are, expecting maybe to be rewarded to enter those fine palaces and some pearlescent sky. But no. Instead you were met there taken by the enemy. Damned, doomed.
Why did the gods allow that to happen?
Allow it. Surely you understand, with a war, prisoners get taken. Hostages. Enough of them to maybe bargain for the release of your own. It was a war. Didn't have enough control. War is a breakdown of everything that keeps order in the world. Mechanus, he restored that order. You understand? But at a cost. He set up clear walls. The Mechanus asked for the veil to be drawn. The other gods were compelled to agree. Enough had been enough. They'd steal souls one after the other. Oh, and your righteous gods were just as keen on punishing the wicked, believe me. You find yourself dying in those days. It was, well, you can understand why people were craven, not wanting to choose one side or the other. After all, fight and die for the wrong cause. End up in the wrong place at the wrong time. There is no right cause, is there? People were hesitant to choose a side when they saw wrongdoing on every one of them. Well, drawing of the veil came. The veil. It's a word that came to be used for it. There were two appointed to it. Pins to hold up the veil, right? As it were.
Yeah,
Manifestations of God's wrath.
yeah, we met those. They were very, very strong.
You did more than meet them.
We broke them.
You didn't know.
We didn't know.
It's a different kind of veil drawn over our eyes, as it were. Well,
What was this veil?
what I'm calling the veil, some of the folks on Higar Shield would have called maybe the plains. The divide, the separation between this world and Fairness, McInnes, the astral plane, the nine hills.
The
Call them
gods.
whatever they will. Marershal's plane. All of it. Drawn up with walls higher than any bricklayer could build in a lifetime and a lifetime and a lifetime. The planes are meant to be clear dividing lines. Yours and mine. Here's the territories. There'll be no crossing. There was order brought in again to what was broken. The first ethereal war ended when those lines were drawn. The problem was, if you remember, we were afraid of dying on the wrong side. Dying on around the wrong folks, wrong situation. Now, how do you think we felt when we found we were about to be living on the wrong side at the wrong time for the rest of our lives, without any clear way to get across? There I was. Varden was there. So. Vernon.
Are you going
Was he
to...
someone you loved?
I wouldn't use past tense, dear.
He was a good man. He's a
Still is.
good...
He still is a good man.
We hope.
He has to be. If he's Vernon, then he's a good man.
You and I took the short way here. We remain unchanged from old Teleorgatha.
If there's any of him that's still him, he's in there.
Of course, he just...
I know.
How different are you than when you were a child? How different are you from 10 years ago? How different would you be if you lived thousands of years? It's okay. We'll find him.
There was, there's another matter came to mind
Right?
just now. Driftstow loved a man. When the veil fell, curtain fell down, and I was lucky Barnon and I, the Tasts, Driftstoa, they all ended up on the right side of it. Driftstoa, well, before the curtain fell. That's why we were on the wrong side of it to begin with.
For
He's
him?
taken. He's taken.
You were trying to recover him?
Trying. Tried. We went too far into their territory and we had no idea it was going to be coming down until it was too late. We had to run back. We took everything we could to convince her. She swore she'd find a way to cut that veil down.
You remember in that fight, the demon taunting us? He still lives. We promised Drevstoa we would recover him.
Tried to see him. Can Zara see him?
Probably.
We could ask her.
So long
I think she wants to come over to the fire.
Should we,
Zara, why don't you come over, dear?
should we take a quick break?
We can, yes. That'd be perfect.
Okay.
We'll be
I'll
right.
There we go.
Oh,
Perfect.
actually, no, we don't have to take a quick break. Let me just kick this bot. And turn on that.
Sorry.
Hey!
There we go.
We don't have to take a break now.
Oh man, I was just gonna grab another ale. All right. So,
That's fine. We can still take a
I was
5-minute
like-
break if you want.
I just meant to click on the Discord.
okay.
Let's take 5 minutes and
I mean, we can still take a quick. We can
Yeah.
say, yeah.
Yeah, real quick.
right.
Let's set
This
up.
works. We'll be back in.
thanks everybody who's watching, sticking around in the chat. We will be right back.
1-2 minutes, if that.
See you in a minute.
And we're back.
All right. Well, welcome back, everyone. So, at this point, Zira joins around the fire as Yellowrain is recounting everything that happened during the Syria war. Was, well, hard those times. Zara, I think you came into it probably after the first crack in the veil started to show. You're the first, well, not you specifically, but I mean your people, the Ascendants, were the first anyone had ever heard of people finding a way out. If anyone had need to leave where they were, the Nine Hells were clearly, I'm sorry, but they were the least fortunate of all the realms, I think, in that, the way that the lines were drawn. I'm sorry for that, for what happened to your people, happened to your home.
Is it just kind of we haven't even tried to. I don't even know what happened to it. It's been so many thousands, hundreds, a long
Eons.
time, eons.
Millennia of millennia.
Hmm.
Spinecrusher, there's something we should probably explain too. The keystone. This isn't gonna make sense until you experience it, because it still really doesn't make sense to me. It kind of hurts my head.
To be frank, there's a lot that hasn't made sense lately.
Fair enough. There's a magical artifact. Very few know how to use it. I do not. The Songkeeper does. When we use it, it takes us to a different place in time. So you and I would have never fought on the battlefield because I'm not from now. In this year, there's an Adraxa leaving the 3rd Legion right now. Where I am from, I'm 10 years older. That doesn't make sense. I'm 43, but I'm actually like 33 now. You know.
At this point, Reggie, who had been probably standing beside you, Zara.
Can you explain this? I cannot. Zara is actually like, I don't know, what are you, like 20, but she's also like 50,000. It's...
The best way to explain it is like pages in a book. If you have a book, you open it to a given page, and what you read is going to depend on the words that were written before. You find that the story itself has reached a certain point, and what happens makes sense because of what's come before in that point. Keystone is a way to rewrite the book, either now or later. You turn the pages back, and there you are, on page 1, or page 20, wherever you turn it to. The point is that you're not on the page that you were in, but you are able to change the book. The book is an ever-changing, ever-living book. And it's fate. It's living. A living fate, not something where we are bound. Yes, we are bound by a fate, but not in the way that we would think. We can change fate. That is what the Keystone gives us. It's a way to be able to reach back into time to set things right. But
It's...
we...
Yellowrain, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Well, I'm sorry. My name is Reggie. First
Reggie. I'm sorry.
Yellowrain. I'm a bit hard to miss.
That's right. Yellowrain is the tall one.
Right. It's okay. This is very strong ale. I like it.
Very. But if this were all true, everything you're telling me, then why are we even here? If you mates of fate, can just go back to page 1 and write that first letter all over again.
Well, you'd be surprised how hard it is to write it correctly. As of right now, I think there's maybe only one person I've ever met who's managed to get things right, and we just burnt him. So you can change the world, but are you going to be happy with all the changes that happen? I'm not sure, but you can at least set the right things right if you do it the right way. It's very hard. It's a lot harder than it looks. It's sort of like riding a horse, right? You see someone doing it, you think, sure. You get on it, you stand on the thing, you say left, right, and it goes where you want it to. And then you get on, and then you're eating sand a moment later.
That's been my experience, yeah.
Aye.
When I first met some of the other mates of Fate, we took a job to go into the ruins of ancient Deliorgatha, which you've heard of. And we explored the ruins, and we found some relics and some old, I don't know, smoldering skeletons. It was cool. And then 1 or 2 spikes of this magic ball later, we're in Deliorgatha.
Which reminds me, I really think that's one of the things that we've been doing wrong. I don't think that throwing this one-of-a-kind magical artifact against the nearest hard thing is the right way to use it.
I don't follow.
I'm not saying that it hasn't worked.
It's been working.
It's been working just fine.
You're saying there's a better way than just throwing it on the ground?
I'm saying there are any number of ways other than the way we've been doing it
Interesting.
that we could try.
You are so smart for such a young person. You just have so much wisdom.
Auntie? Thank you.
I respect you.
I respect you. I respect you a lot more when you have a sword in hand.
I
Constant vigilance, you.
tussle their hair.
Hey, can I have some of that?
What, the ale?
Yes.
You're older than 12,
Yeah.
right?
I'm much older than 12.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, it's
you.
fine. Go for it.
She kind of like peeks over to you, there. My first time.
What?
I've never drank before.
Constant vigilance, girl.
Constant vigilance, yes, I'm perfectly fine. This is great.
You don't have any innate magical ability, right? Like, if you lose control, you're not gonna set us all on fire with your hands.
So,
Down she goes, nice
Oh.
and smooth. Atta girl.
Oh god.
is this something?
I don't put some hair on your chest.
Huh. You drink that much of it every time?
I mean, I was about to fill up a second one.
No,
I'm much bigger than you are. It's fine.
do you have any wine? I've heard wine is good.
Wine is not good.
No?
Wine is good for
Wine
peeling paint. Ugh.
Oh.
What? Wine is usually pretty good.
Oh.
I mean, if there's no ale or grog.
I mean, I also wouldn't necessarily go off of just Adrax's taste buds. No offense, but I've seen you eat.
That's fair. Oh, kid, you got to meet Fleur. She's my new auntie, and she makes pie.
An auntie?
What?
On this island now, we have a villa that we are allowed to use, and it comes with a Fleur, and she makes pie.
At about this point in time, you hear a soft strumming of a stringed instrument coming in. Pleasant. Sort of happy. Very, sort of like a jaunty little tune. You soon enough see a kind of like a train of people, get about 4 or 5, coming onto the beach from the woods. Somebody said they were hungry. Oh, Winnie, this is not enough for everyone. They told me. He told me 10. And then
Winnie, you are a sight for sore eyes. Join us.
don't mind if I do. She goes and plops herself down on the sand next to you all.
I do not know what we did to deserve you, but I'm so glad we met you.
Oh, nonsense. I just tend to the house. Flora here is the one responsible for what you're smelling.
Oh, she is my favorite, to be clear, but I like you too.
At this point, Flora kind of like pulls the lid off of a silver platter containing just lovely roasted ham and cheese sandwiches with what looks to be like a spread with like almost like beer cheese and like these little ramekins you can dip the sandwiches in. There are 10 total.
There's Sammys and Dippies. Oh, wow.
Okay, it's still a bit hot, and you can always toast it.
Ah,
No, okay. I was going to say, if you put it by the coals, it'll get...
hot.
Oh.
Hot.
Okay. And you hear the instrument itself is being played by Colgar, the man who was painting in the library the day before.
Colgar, that's lovely. Are you a bard? I love a bard.
Among other things, yes.
Good for you. It's a noble profession, or lack thereof.
My dad told me, you have to go and get a job. I said never, and then here I am.
Good for you.
Who's laughing now, Dad?
Wasn't your friend Brunin a bard?
What?
He was the best of them. He made a song about my sister, and you have likely heard it. You will likely hear it in about 10 years. No, it should be being written this year. And I will find it and I will play it for you.
That is lovely. Is the song?
It is called Akara. Listen.
The Last Rage of Akara.
Hang on, I got a cough in my throat.
No, I know. The Last Rage of Akara.
Oh, yes, it is called The Last Rage of Akara.
It's not fitting the
I know what it's called.
No, I think we will start with something a little lighter. If you'll excuse me, I do not wish to bring the... I mean, it is a great melody, but I need to practice it.
No, we would not want to bring down our funeral, so thank you.
Funeral?
I'm
so very sorry.
That's fine.
I can refill my water skin with more ale.
Right.
It is a celebration.
He's still playing this like kind of jaunty tune and everything.
Don't stop. Brunin would have liked it. He was wildly inappropriate.
Very well. All right. 2 and 1, 2, 3. And he keeps playing. At the playing of it, you see Valenquips is walking out kind of like onto the beach and everything. Come on now. Vulcan carrying a bunch of cups and what looks to be a small cask of wine under the other arm.
Hey.
Look how strong you are, Valenquips.
Quite a lot. Oh, and you see as she kind of like walks onto the beach and everything, looking around, almost a bit, mesmerized by all the people and seeing a glimpse of the feather house and everything. She's the first one to notice it. Her jaw is just slack. As one of the ascendants just immediately grabs her, hand, does like a bow and like spins her around, and she's soon enough before she can process what's going on, she's caught up in the dance.
It is a party. All are welcome.
Honestly, it's been far too long since we've had any kind of a proper rager here on the beach. Cheers.
Cheers.
Winnie.
I sit back down next to Reggie, and I throw an arm around her. And I point to Spine Crusher with the arm that's around Reggie.
I'm gonna tell you about the day this kid was born. It was fucked up. You wanna hear about your birthday?
My birthday,
The day she was born, we almost got killed by a dragon. And if that's not a way to enter the world, I do not know what is.
They kind of like... And then this Floor says, dragon, that's horrible. I could always try to...
It turns out the dragon was probably okay in the long run, but...
She kind of like leans over towards, onto like Reggie's shoulder. And it's your birthday, I'll have to make you a cake. And she just... I don't really quite know.
It's fine. Obviously, I know the day, and I will tell you it another time, because I remember everyone's birthday. So we were on the run for Regicide. Funny story. My friends and I were imprisoned for the murder of the King of Flohelk. We did not do it. No, I am sure we did not do it. It turns out that the Queen...
Or we haven't done it yet. I'm just kidding.
Well, I don't even think he exists anymore. But 10 years from now, so like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, the Queen took a lover, a secret lover, and everyone thought he was just like, fancy guy. Turns out he was a devil named Zifrit, and they were,
Drexa struggles to make the gesture, like, you
And then
know.
it's like,
I got it, Adrexa.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got
at
it.
this point, Yellarian is like, oh, shh.
So the queen took a lover, and then they had the king murdered, and they framed us for it, so we were on the run. And we get back to where's Arlington from? There was a party. That was the one where Brunin set off the glyph of warning and killed the butcher. Anyway, the dragon came and almost incinerated all of us, and then the queen comes in. No, the queen wasn't there. How the hell does this story go? Was I even there when you were born?
Is it part with Linus? Is that where Linus came in?
Linus was there. We killed
Linus.
Brunin's mortal enemy.
We're pronouncing
He-
it wrong. It's Linus.
He ruined the dinner party. Oh, okay. So this man burst into the grand entrance and said, "The queen is dead. She's..."
Oh god! And then Uchiha he turned into stone, and it was.
Oh, Shield, that was a different day.
Oh, it's different.
That was a
No,
different day.
I was definitely the same day.
Anyway, so then there was a baby,
I was
and then the
there.
dragon came, and then we spiked the keystone, and the baby came with us.
Oh, no, shit.
And I've loved you ever since. Does that answer your question? What was the question?
Go to get some more ale.
Hey,
At this point, Valenquips kind of comes up. That was quite fun.
Did you find the hot tub?
What?
What? I don't know where you were.
What do you mean? Oh no, they spun me around on the
Oh,
impromptu dance floor.
yeah, they're cool. They're cool.
Well, we have plenty of room for your guests if they'd like to stay. Meant to talk to you. If you have a moment.
Hey.
No, come. I'll walk with you.
Okay.
So you kind of walking over to get the ale and everything. It's about this year's harvest. I was thinking, so we could talk about it in the morning and everything, but based on the last 3 years' performance, we're expecting it would probably net about 120,000 gold pieces this year.
Good
Profit.
for you.
Most likely,
for you.
no, that would go to the estate holder. So in that case, what we need to do is make arrangements with the harbor master to have shipments procured and everything.
Is that Calgressa?
No.
The council?
The
The council would be the estate holder, yes?
No. That's Lady of Stormhammers. That would be you and Lord.
Lord Spine Crusher. I will never get old.
I can't even remember his name. What is it again?
So what are you saying to me? You want us to go work in the fields?
No. What I'm saying is that the wine is already it's ready to be shipped.
And we can drink some now? It's here?
Yes, we've brought some for you to sample.
That is wonderful. Thank you so much. Okay.
That's-
All right,
all right.
Just clap her on the back.
Thank you so much. Let's get some more
She-
ale.
Scratches her head with a spectral arm.
My best friend died. We're celebrating. Get some ale.
Sorry, Vulcan! And she kind of snaps her fingers, and you see little sparks fly as she snaps. And then he, you all right? Coming. Then he goes, hurries.
Voltron, do you want some ale?
It's
Get it,
Vulcan.
Sammy.
Yes, ma'am. He goes and gets a Sammy.
Sammy and
ale.
Dippies.
Yes. Oh, yes. Are you sure, ma'am? There's not enough for your friends here. If I was to partake, Flora
Yeah.
kind of looks at it, gives him like a death glare, like, you know who that is for. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I don't care what the lady says. Don't you dare.
Do I
And
know?
Vulcan kind of like caught between this like rock and a hard place and just awkwardly holding a sandwich and dip and just
I take his hand in mine, very gently. I take a bite of his sandwich, and then I put it in his mouth.
Jesus.
What? the-
Now you're not taking it. Now I'm giving you my sandwich.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. That is very good. I'm gonna come back for a little bit more.
You can have it.
No, I insist.
Put it back in his mouth.
Oh my god. This is like a great live show for me to be watching. Just this happening.
All right.
Dinner and entertainment?
Yeah, it's like Zara and Spinecrusher are just kind of looking aghast as this is going on.
I go
Uh,
sit back down.
Someone needs to take care of Atraxa.
Do me a favor, Constitution checks for you two. Spinecrusher, disadvantage because you already had a kickstand. Cask stand.
12.
Sorry, one sec. What was it? Constitution?
Yep.
16.
Holding up a lot better than Atraxa is clearly. That's about accurate. How about you, Zara?
All right.
Assuming you've been drinking.
Have you?
A little, yeah.
Good for you.
I've been partaking.
Okay.
I go back for like round 6.
5.
Okay. It's
First round though.
it's that thing. It's like you just start drinking the wine and you're like on an empty stomach, and then it's that moment where you like someone says something to you and you turn your head and then your brain follows. It's like that thing where like you turn your head and then
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
you immediately
unfortunately.
smile. Yeah.
So I go back to the bonfire and I plop myself back down on a log and I like put my arm back around Reggie and I point to Spinecrusher again and I say,
And that was why your religion is a sham. Let's have another drink. Oh, and Krustak. Oh, in yellow right now. We didn't even get to...
That was going to be my question.
Yeah, I guess it all ties in.
God, I feel like we're doing a really shite job
I
of
feel like I explained it really well.
getting you
Everything
helping
we've been
you.
through in the past 3.5 years. I just... nailed it.
Krishna, what a dick. Oh god. Alright, how should I put it?
Okay, so first things first. Is he a god?
Well, now that you've got a bunch of people worshipping him,
But he wasn't
I'm
when
not
you
sure.
knew him.
how do I put this? He was like me. Drift Stoa.
You're amazing.
More like Drift Stoa than me.
You're amazing, first of all. Let me
You're-
just say.
No.
You're like the
no.
coolest person I've ever
I'm
met. Besides
not
Brunin.
even
No one will ever be as cool as Brunin.
barely feel like a person.
I love your pink hair. I don't know if I ever told you that.
Really?
I really do.
I always thought it's a bit much. Like, I mean, you never see anyone else's pink hair.
Oh, it's really cool.
Oh, I love the tattoos. I mean, I got one. We got one today.
Matchy matchy.
Oh.
Matchy matchy.
Oh.
I don't think it will be infected. I've actually got worse than this.
No! And besides, we've got a healer.
I got a healer. You look bad. You look bad.
Oh.
Let's get some more.
It's been a day. Oh,
Alright,
God, no, I'm switching to wine.
Strike, Baldy. Oh, we cannot. Draxa, shh. She like.
Spine crusher.
She.
We
shush,
call
shush,
people what we want to be called. That's
Hard
a sign of
shush.
respect.
Oh, the-
Right,
like,
Voltron.
You got a finger poking you by the tusks right now.
Ow.
Because Drax is trying very desperately to shush you.
Phew.
Shh. No, but Baldy needs to know about his false
You
god.
should tell him.
So,
He sucks.
Krishtak,
He sucks. He killed my
here's
best
what I
friend.
know about him.
Did you know Bruno was my best friend?
He
He's
broke
dead
his
now.
oath.
He's dead now.
He broke his oath. He was sworn to. He was sworn to protect the sun's creation, alongside me and Justo, and well, he just decided that he never would tell us that he was having second thoughts. I don't even know why he did. I'm guessing because he wanted power or something else for himself. Whatever it was, he ended up turning on us. Justo is there. I don't think I'd have made it back then if I was there. They were surrounded all of a sudden by the enemy. And in the midst of it, was his sword started cutting through their known numbers. Drevstoa took a slash across the leg. She ran. She had to hide in a ditch. She feigned being dead. And she watched from the ground as she just saw something come over him as he fell. As he turned away from his oath. It's like in that moment, this sort of color about him, like the way she put it was like the winds kind of kept swept up, like he'd seen a storm. but almost like it washed away whatever was good in him. And in that moment, it was like she could see what was really there the whole time. Traitor. Scoundrel. Just absolute fiend. And I hadn't seen or heard of him or even given much thought, to be honest, until the last time we were here on this beach. He called me out, the voice yelling, Songblade. He was laughing.
You heard Krustak.
Spoke through one of his own. There was another devil he'd sent after Reggie. I'm not entirely sure about that. I think Reggie has family on the other side, so to speak.
Not family. It is not family.
Not family. She's got blood.
She has blood relations. What the fuck does that matter?
Not a fucking thing.
Not a fucking thing.
Clink.
What was his thing about magic? 'Cause
Magic!
He told all his followers here in this plane, no magic. And then they were always dicks to us about using magic because...
Well, magic became... I mean, that's the fun thing. I remember before magic became... Well... accessible to everyone? Call it... call it what you will, but there was a time when that sort of power was relegated only to the gods and we served them. Most people were out there, I mean, they were devising ingenious little ways of getting things done. You should have seen the things they could do were just as impressive as magic, if you ask me, but in so many ways not. And then one of the gods introduced it to them. And instead of having to develop these interesting little machines and things out of stone and metal and sand and all this kinds of stuff they would make, instead you had people able to see the thread, able to see the fabric of the universe for themselves and plucking those strings, making music, which, by the way, sounds lovely.
It does sound lovely. But Krustak, what was his whole thing with it? Because he never let any of his followers use it.
There were a lot of us who thought this was a bad idea. I mean, there are people who always say anything's a bad idea and there's a change. I mean, the universe comes into existence and everyone's, it's a mistake.
So you're saying if Zara's magic gets good enough, then she can take down a god? Because that would be that is the news I really need to hear today.
I'm saying he thought that it was a mistake to give people the power to change the world. Because every single person changed the world as they saw fit. They thought it'd be just this cacophony of voices, all of them shouting over each other, trying to bring about their own selfish ends. So in a way, I guess he thought, he just thought people were too selfish to have that kind of power. And he wanted it, but then he wanted it for himself in a way in the end, didn't he?
He didn't want anybody being
Double
as selfish
standard.
as he was.
Ugh.
So,
I really hope it's... Deva's been there long enough. We should find him. Deva.
that's his name?
Who?
Forgotten it for so long.
Trev stole his lover. His name was
His
Deva.
name is Sorelia. Yes, Deva Sorelia. This is really good. This drink.
It is good.
I like it.
It is good. Spinecrusher, any questions, or do we have your blood
Oh.
oath?
Oh,
My blood oath for what?
just prepped a bit of fish. Oh god.
For joining our quest, becoming a mate of fate,
Be right back.
and
Yellerina gets up and walks off towards the water.
Oh god.
protecting creation from evil untold. Are you in?
You have my word.
Hey.
Even if it means I have to go face to face with Kushtak himself.
That
Which
is
I
more
wouldn't
than likely.
mind.
I stumble off my log and I walk over to Spine Crush and I just like throw myself on him in a big hug. Try and topple him over backwards.
Oh.
I like you.
Easily topples over backwards, drunkenly.
I'm glad we did not meet on the battlefield and kill each other. That would have been dumb.
I take my water thing of ale and give a toast to Draxa. These will not shatter because they're made of animal skin.
Aye. Ew.
Reggie kind of like just staring at the fire. I think technically they're made out of bladders.
Mitt, what was that, girl?
They're made out of bladders.
Oh, yeah.
You're right.
Okay.
I was trying to keep it, you know.
This is really good. Jackson, have you tried the wine?
I'll try it if you say it's good. I doubt it.
Yeah, you're supposed to be sampling the wares, right?
All right, let me give it.
To try some of the wine.
Make a Constitution save with a disadvantage.
16.
Fuck, that is delicious.
It is not bad. I mean, I've only ever had, like, you know, low elegant wine from the marshes. It's pretty salty, but, you know, this is pretty good.
I don't
that-
think
like,
wine
yeah,
is
like-
supposed to be salty.
Oh,
Valanclips is like, oh, no wonder you don't like wine. You've had shit.
Zara,
Yep.
the woman said
Oh.
that she wants us to start working in the vineyards and they will turn a
No,
profit.
no, I don't want anyone to work. I'm so sorry. Lady of Fates, was it?
yes,
Sarah?
yes, that was her name.
Nailed it.
Yes.
I
No,
like it. Let's go with it. That's funny.
we'll talk in the morning. I think it all get lost in the cup.
Oh yeah.
Fine.
I don't think they're slowing down anytime soon.
No, and that seems like it's just perfectly fine. I think let's all enjoy ourselves tonight.
Are any of you guys strong enough to? I guess Yellow Raina is probably strong enough to pick them up.
I'm strong
Okay.
enough. What are we talking about?
Oh God! Wait, Yellow Raina is she? How like look out towards the ocean?
She's feeding the fishes right now.
Oh, thank God! All right. Well, she's not drowning. That's the point.
No. She's just
She'd have to go a half mile out at least before she
just
started
see, like,
drowning.
with the wings kind of like.
Oh God, she's not gonna be able to carry anyone back.
Yeah. At this point, Valanquip's kind of like make a perception check.
All right.
Just Zara.
Yeah, just Zara.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you guys are starting to
21.
Okay. You notice Valanquips is kind of like making eyes with one of the other ascendants and everything. And she kind of like says, well, if you'll excuse me. She goes off, and you shortly see her dancing again on the beach.
Alright.
I clamber to my feet and I stumble off towards Yellow Raina.
And I pat her on the back. I'm like, you want to see?
Oh, God.
I want to show you. I think I can do it. You ready?
The ocean is spinning.
You're spinning.
What?
Watch
No,
this.
the ocean is just spinning on.
Watch this.
And I close my eyes and I try and summon my spectral wings.
Make a wisdom save. Or wisdom check. Sorry, it was wisdom check,
I
I
think
think.
it was a check. It's the same either way. That's a 12. I think that passes. I
Yeah.
think.
I think it does. Okay. Yeah, so special wings.
Does that get her in the eye?
She
I
just,
know.
oh,
Watch.
And I unsteadily fly maybe 6 feet off the ground.
You just start flying,
I
flapping the
know.
wings.
Whoa.
Stand up
I
and
know.
everything.
It's cool, right?
Oh God!
Yeah.
You're not ready for
Nope.
this. Oh God!
I know.
The world is. Why is everything spinning? And now you're up there.
I
Get
know.
down.
Oh God,
There's
Atrax
no
is
time.
drinking and flying.
I like it over here.
Oh.
I think this is where I feel like I'm meant to be.
So at this point, Winnie, Spinecrusher, looks at you. So, that sounds like a very unique accent. Where are you from?
A long way from here.
Oh,
Whitefield.
me too. I'm from Kinnear. Oh, no, not from Whitefield. Where's Whitefield?
They, do you know where Fergendal is?
Aye! I mean, it's the big place off to the south.
Oh,
You're from Fergendal, then?
just north of there.
Oh, are
The-
you?
The
I wonder, are
mountains.
you? Do you have any of the family here in town, in Regana? The governess is there. You see.
If I did, I wouldn't know.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, don't mean to be. You know, you seem a bit tense there. Ah, well, let me get you another. She goes and tops off your your cask and passes you back this wineskin full of ale.
You didn't have to bother, but thank you.
No, not at all. I live to serve, my lord.
I'm not there.
I'm
Fair
very
enough.
rehearsed.
So she,
And where are you from?
Kinnear, dear.
Hmm.
Well, not quite Kinnear, but just west of there. There's a lovely town there, Vrinden. It's it's a fine place to grow up.
Wish I could say the same.
Sorry to hear that. Maybe excuse me. She gets up and kind of like smooths the pleat of her dress and everything. Flora, you look
Yes.
tired. I wish that I'd made more. I'm so angry at you right now. You said 10. He said 10. Well, I then. No idea how embarrassing this is. No way to be hospitable. Make a perception check for me, Spinecrusher.
16.
Okay. As they walk away back, Winnie leads Fleur back towards the woods, back up towards the villa and everything. You're looking, and they're kind of like sulking by the, leaning against one of the trees, kind of off in the distance. You can see Vulcan, and he's looking kind of forlornly. Seems sad about something.
And he's there by himself.
There by himself.
Spinecrusher's looking luminely into the fire and looking over at Vulcan. Takes a big chug of his ale and pushes himself up off the beach and makes his way slowly over towards Vulcan. Something bothering you, boy?
Oh, my lord. Nothing, lord.
Spinecrusher will do. I am no lord.
Spinecrusher, then. Make a charisma check. Right.
Seven.
Yes, my lord. So, yes, Spinecrusher. Thank you. I'm fine. Really. He still looks sad about something. Just doesn't seem like he's quite ready to confide in you yet.
You're clearly not fine. Can I get you another ale?
Haven't. I'm trying to stay sober, so it's all right.
I can respect that.
Thank you.
Listen, if you need to talk, I'll be over there.
Make a persuasion check.
19.
Okay. Sir,
I stop and turn back towards him.
you're the first person here who's hasn't treated me like a stool to rest the feet on. So I think maybe I could talk to you. Valenquip, sir. I suppose I fancy her, and she doesn't think anything of me. I mean, I'm not like you. I'm not this big, strong man or anything. I haven't done anything to make a name for myself. Just look at me. I'm a little better than a dog. And she's just... I could never... I don't know. I make a fool of myself with drink.
Vulcan, stop right there.
Yes.
First of all,
it's Spine Crusher. Yes.
you know what? Call me Lord.
Yes, my lord.
Get it together.
What do you mean?
Stand up. Stand straight, sir. Straight, I said.
Like this?
Pull in your back. Pull in your chest. Relax your shoulders.
I'm trying to relax, sir. My lord. Sorry, my lord, sir.
Just relax. Does she even know? Does she even know that you're infatuated with her?
She's the smart one, my lord. Can't she pick up the hint? I mean, I can't get anything right around her. I just... I don't know.
Vulcan, do you know what self-deprecating means?
It's big words, my lord.
You
Nothing...
are self-deprecating. You are your own worst enemy.
Thank you. Oh, no. Oh, my lord. Thank you. Okay.
You are a blank slate.
Oh.
She knows nothing of you. You have to show her who you are and who you want to be.
How do I do that? Well, how did you... I mean, you look at you. You seem like you don't care. You could just... You're not afraid of anyone. I'm terrified of her, and yet I can't... I mean, that guy over there is just dancing with her and killing me. God.
Fear has nothing to do with it. I'm afraid. There are things I'm constantly afraid of. Just earlier tonight, I was walking back to the villa. I was afraid walking through through those dunes there. We're all afraid.
Oh, so you were right to do so. There's horrifying things in those woods that could eat you alive and probably devour your soul as well, especially in the night. Why you walked alone? I'm sorry, my lord. I didn't mean to scare you more. Forgive me. That was. I'm an idiot. I didn't mean to say it. No, nothing to fear at all in them woods there. But you should bring a torch next time. Scares them away.
Thank you, Vulcan. But my point is, it seems to me that your problem is that your biggest fear is you're afraid of yourself. And that's nothing to be afraid of. You need to be proud of who you are. And he thumps Vulcan's chest with it, like his big fat index finger.
Make an attack.
Okay. All right.
Unarmed strike. Go ahead.
Yeah. 7.
Okay, you miss. Well, it's not enough to hurt him, really, but it's enough to... Okay.
And stop thinking about yourself. If you want to talk to Valenquips and you want her to know who you are, and you want her to understand what she means to you, you need to stop thinking about yourself every word you speak. Think about the other people.
The other people. The other people. Right. You're right, my lord. You're right. I think maybe I just need a little liquid courage. How about...
No.
Oh,
That's not my point,
no?
Vulcan. No.
Oh.
You need to be you. This ale, while I might imbibe, if you feel like you're you without the ale, don't drink the ale.
suppose you're right. All this time I've been trying to give up the drink, just telling myself it's just because everyone was yelling at me to drink, or not to drink. Maybe want to do it more, in a way. But I've really thought for myself why it might be good to actually listen to them for once. Downquips most of all.
Vulcan, come with me. And Spinecrusher wants to kind of usher Vulcan over towards where Valenquips is.
Where are we going? What are we doing? Where are we going? No, this is bad. This is wow. Oh, there she is.
I'll try to do most of the work, boy.
Yes, the Lord Spinecrusher, sir. Yes, my lord. Yes. Oh, okay. He looks terrified.
Valenquips.
Oh! Yes, my lord. Lord Verandaga, yes.
Call me Spinecrusher, please.
Spinecrusher, yes.
How are you? How are you?
I'm doing well. I had no idea your friends here were such marvelous dancers. It's been so long since I was kicking my heels. Do you dance?
I do not.
Oh,
I
pity.
mean, look at the size of me. I trip over my own feet.
Yes,
Vulcan,
but like
do
you
you...
could throw a girl around.
I could... Yes. Vulcan, do you dance?
Not usually. Yes, yeah.
Give him a stern look, like...
He tries his best to remember all the things you told him, and he straightens his back, puts his chest out, and then wait, no, it was in, and then relaxes the shoulders. Yes, which is, looks like he's dancing right now. I've been known to bust a move here and there. She kind of looks.
She looks what?
She looks kind of like one of the eyebrows raises, like kind of like smiling and like sizing him up.
Spinecrusher takes one hand on her shoulder, one hand on his shoulder. I think you two should dance. Show me how you dance. And Spinecrusher takes a couple steps back and just... Do they dance? What do they do?
Okay. At this... Let's say this. Do me a favor and make another charisma check.
Another one.
Yep.
14.
Okay. She kind of like looks at him, holds out her hand and everything, and he just has this like sort of trembling look about him. He looks towards you and sees you kind of like give like the little head, gesture thing, and you strangely see this air of confidence take over him. And it's for the first time in his life, it looks like he's not thinking, he's just doing. And that sort of release of suddenly not thinking in the moment about every single thing he's getting wrong. He seems lighter on his feet. And although he clearly is not a good dancer at all, like way worse than the, Valenquip's partner was just moments before. As he takes her hand, there's the little buzz. And she's just, oh, sorry, offers the other hand. He takes it. And, they begin to dance. And it's, it's fine enough to watch. He's awkward and a little bumbling, but your heart kind of goes out for the poor guy. Yeah. Soon enough, you actually see she's smiling with him and everything. And by the time the next song, that song ends, one of the other ascendants is kind of like, looking towards her, and she, holds up a finger like, well, I'm going to dance one more, I think. So you probably head back towards the fire at this point to see, Koga is playing, a more mournful sounding melody and everything. As he starts to sing a song about a Flohelgian soldier who is the whole entire reason why the battle was won against some Fergandali and Donatellian troops. It's a song that kind of, it's the first time you're ever hearing it, but as you hear it, it kind of strikes you in a way. At first, like, oh, this is, your instincts tell you this is utterly distasteful. But then you hear the name Stormhammers, and you realize this is a song that is about Atraxa's sister. As Atraxa, you and Yellowrain, I think, have probably made your way back, and Atraxa, you're just sitting there, maybe staring at the flames. The song tells the story of a Flohelgian soldier. She and her commanding officer is killed in the battle, ambushed just before dawn. The song tells in sweeping lyrics and fine rhythm of how she broke across the enemy line, leaping over them, cutting them from behind, and turning the tide. Probably and possibly. And you see this sort of distant look in Adrax's eyes. Distant and not just thinking, but remembering. There's, Adraxa, for you, a cross between your heart pounding with anger, with rage. A lot of the thoughts of, having this cause and having all these things and needing to try and get yourself together. Maybe it's between the drinking and the fire and the song. Where you feel that old primal anger back again. The song tells about how Akar was slain by this arrow launched from the trees, this coward archer. The arrow flung far over the lines, cutting down the champion in probably the prime of her glory. Who knows how many more battles would have been won with her axe at the front of Flohelg's lines. But now, only a song to be sung. Who knows how many thousands more axes raised to join the call with every single time its melody is played. There's a strange way that you look up at the embers as they're flitting up from the flames. They form these lines, and part of you imagines maybe those lines are lives, each one of them kind of flitting about, and they cross paths and intersect, and they suddenly go one way and then jerk violently back the other. It's beautiful. Countless lives flickering up in a single fire. You think about the keystone, about the songs, whatever the gods have planned for you, and almost as though they've written every single ember in the fire into the destiny, into that book that Reggie keeps talking about. Could it really be so? Could the gods know the path of every single ember, every single life? Your mind goes all through these wandering trails and unfamiliar paths, all of you thinking about the paths you've taken, the paths to come. Zara, you feel Reggie lean her head against your shoulder. Her body's warm. She's very deep in the cup. Nice stars. Been a long time since I could see those. That one looks the same. You see that up there?
Yeah. I'm not really familiar with these constellations.
No. Come on. What did your people call that one? Oh wait, you've never seen? No, you.
I've seen them, but no, I didn't grow up seeing them.
Huh.
I don't know what any of them are called.
Come here. Give me your hand.
Yep.
That one there. Can you see it? It's the loom. Oh,
Those
it's
two
red.
kind of big ones.
Well, those ones right there, they make kind of a cross. And the little cluster there looks almost like it's starting to make a circle.
Okay.
And then supposedly that one over there is supposed to be the string that gets wound into the loom, and it doesn't. I mean, it only really makes sense if someone draws a picture for you over top of the dots. But remember, my dad told me that one's the loom.
How much have they changed?
Very much.
Wow.
Very much. The loom and that one there. Well, those two, I think they're the same. They're the eyes. 1, 2. Okay. 2. She kind of looks at yours for just a moment. I mean, I could be looking at just 2 other stars, but sometimes you feel it's like looking into the right ones. What was your family like?
I mean, it's kind of like yours, not necessarily traditional, but you know, the people that stuck around were there for a reason. You know?
I don't want to go back in the house.
Okay. I mean, we have a other nice house that's not in a demi-plane now.
You have another nice house?
Oh, I mean, I think it's ours. I'm not sure. It's a villa or something. It's the one where I got turned into a goat.
You were turned into it. Oh, that's right.
Oh,
You were
yeah,
telling me-
yeah. Yep, and then I prank. You know, in hindsight, I was so tired. It was a lot. I still think it was funny, but
Oh my
it
God,
probably
I'll
wasn't
never-
very funny for her.
I feel horrible, but I'm never going to be able to eat goat again. It just never. I feel so bad now. How do you know if the one that they cooked was a person that was unfortunate? Well, I guess you turned back, didn't you?
Yeah, if you
Oh.
killed a goat that was a person, it would turn into a dead person.
Oh
so-
God, that must be a really awkward conversation at the butcher.
Oh God.
Can you imagine? Well, he sold me this for 13 gold, and oh well, sorry, that's your luck, mate. But I'm not the goat. You know, I mean, it's got to be really awkward.
Also, I feel like 13 gold is very expensive for a goat, but
I have no idea about money.
I have no idea how
really
the
don't know
economy
either.
works here.
I had to spend like a week or 2 in Flowhelg, and I knew nothing. Oh my God.
All I know, I think the amount of money I have is a lot, but honestly, I've never bought anything reasonably priced here.
No?
No. I mean, we had well, I guess it wasn't a normal economy because, you know, our plane was collapsing, but
Right.
I have no idea how much anything is supposed to cost.
Well, all right. Let's say like a decent meal. Let's say some rice and a bit of goat.
I feel like maybe like double digits in copper. I feel like that's what it but then also sometimes I feel like they charge you like 6 gold, and I'm like, I don't know what any of this means.
I mean, do they at least? Is it as good as Floa's cooking?
It depends where you get it.
Okay.
Lots of street food's really good. I need to buy more street food.
You guys might be going to the wrong places then.
Yeah, probably.
Why are your
Okay.
tails intertwined?
What? Constant vigilance indeed, Jackson. God,
Why
as
are
her
your
tail kind
tails-
of untwines for a
Because
moment.
they're like another limb.
Why are your limbs entwined?
It's
Because we enjoy each other's company. Jeez.
You never.
Why did you hug Spine Crusher and fall over?
Because I want to be by his side in battle. Do you two want to be by each other's side in combat?
I mean, preferably not fighting, but I mean, it'd be nice to know where you are if we are about to die. You know.
That's cute. I like that tail thing. That's cute.
Thanks.
They look like they're having fun. She kind of like nods over towards the towards Fallon Quips and Vulcan, who is not really sure what kind of dance moves to do, so he's just looking around for whoever seems like they're the best dancer, and he's trying to copy their moves. Unfortunately, the best dancers on the floor right now are a lot of the girls, so he's doing, very flamboyant moves and everything. And
He's trying to get Valenquips to like toss him.
yeah, she's just like, no, but she's laughing at it, almost like thinking it's like he's doing well enough, and he's like kind of like loose enough that she's feeling as though he's having fun with it and being goofy rather than like, oh no, he thinks this is what good dancing is. So she's enjoying herself and everything, and Sarah I'm sorry, not Sarah. Reggie looks at you and says, come on, what do you think?
What? Doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Can't possibly be doing worse
just,
than him. Come on.
Let me just finish my drink real quick.
Okay, me too. Ready?
Yep. Oh wait, we're both drinking wine, not that ale, right?
Oh god.
I know how strong that ale is. It tastes
bad.
very strong. Yeah.
It's very bad and wrong and bad, which is why we should do it quickly.
Oh god. All right.
Okay. Ready? And Constitution.
Yeah. Jesus. 14.
Oh god. Oh.
Yep, that's fine.
Yep.
Just follow it with a little Sammy and a Dippy.
Sammy and Dippy. Flaw! And she just...
But it's like
Gets
Akara told me long ago. If you eat the Zammies, then the Zammies get drunk for you.
Off to the side by the fire, you see Yellerina is lying down, her wings kind of like covering over like a blanket.
Someone's gonna have to like brush the sand out of those tomorrow.
She'll give herself 2 good shakes and she'll be up.
Oh, okay. Good.
I have wings.
Arlington will poke her with a stick, and then she'll, give him the full wrath of a
Just
Stormblade
bash the
hangover.
whole wing, yeah.
You two should go. You know the story. At the end of it all, we're all just songs, so we'll make a nice one.
I hope I get a song. That'd be nice.
Well, I gotta meet another bard, I guess, but you know what I mean.
At this point, Colgar kind of hears you say this and smiles and gives a polite nod and everything in appreciation for that sort of sentiment pouring out of the mouth of one so inebriated. Reggie takes your hand, Zara.
Right.
She stands up first and kind of holds it out to help you stand up. And
We might actually know some of our similar dances.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
The
They're
hokey-pokey.
probably just different enough that
Maybe.
it'll screw us up, but similar enough that I feel like I should know how to do it.
The
Make a performance.
Charleston,
Oh,
the Jitterbug.
very old-fashioned. Right?
Alright, I'm gonna guide myself on this because I don't trust myself. Okay, alright, wait. This isn't terrible. We're at least in the double digits here. 12.
Okay. Yeah. It's
Worse.
no one. It would be worse if you rolled like a nat 20 and you were too good. It would almost make her feel a little awkward. As she rolls a 12.
Oh my god, we're both equally terrible at dancing.
No, I would say you guys are in sync. Yeah, it's kind of perfect. Yeah, you guys. Your initial fears about God. What if we do we should know the same dance, but what if I know a different variation and this and that? And she immediately, takes the lead, and it's exactly the right moment. You feel yourself, taking steps back, and she spins you, and then, you do a leap and then turn back around, and then it's your turn to lead. And it goes on, spin each other around, and you find those fun moments where you get to show off your own unique flourish that's kind of you. And it's not exactly perfect. You're dancing on a beach in the middle, late into the night at this point, as most of the ascendants there are a bit far gone. And at this point, the one that was kind of catching Valenquip's eyes earlier on is kind of, given up a little bit. And he's gone off, and he's sitting by the fire as well, laughing, trading stories with Spinecrusher, we'll say at this point. But you are kind of just you and her. And yeah, you make a happy song for a moment. That melody kind of lives in your mind and your heart for a moment. And it's one of those sort of holy moments that lives in time that comes back to you for the rest of your life. That sort of quiet, sweet, in and of itself moment that is isolated from all the other thoughts of the world. You don't even have any other thoughts in the world. You're just you in this moment. Reggie dances, and she's beautiful. She's graceful. Adraxa, you look, and this girl that you've seen grow from a baby is there, and she's dancing, and she's beautiful, graceful. She'd be a fine warrior. Hell, she almost kicked your ass.
She did not. She should be more vigilant. Yeah.
At the same time, you think back to whatever Yellerina was saying about the flower, or the beanstalk in the cage, whatever it was. That doesn't... You don't know, but you look, and there she is. Well, you've seen flowers blooming before, and she looks happy. Whatever that means. Constitution saving throw right now.
14.
Okay. You burp into the fire.
Yeah.
And the fire actually flickers up a bit loud, like higher as you do.
Spinecrusher, I want to show you something.
What?
Watch this. Watch this. I go away from the fire. Like, kind of stumble backwards towards Yellerina. Like, did you know I know how to fly? Watch this.
Yellerina snores.
I throw my arms backwards. And then I fall backwards and pass out.
Oh boy.
Alright. So,
Alright, should probably get you inside.
at this point, you see some of the other Senators are starting to, call it. Some of them are already heading back in towards the Feather House. Koger is tired and says, look, kind of like, this is my last song, and I think I'm going to head back in. If you don't mind. But I'll play one more to play you off, and then we'll say goodnight to a wonderful, wonderful evening, really. I'm so sorry again that we did not have a chance to properly meet earlier. But I am so pleased to have made such exquisite acquaintances that I would hope will become exquisite friends. And he begins playing one more melody that's this sweet, optimistic sounding tune, that gentle and kind, and sounds like it's leaning into the night. Everyone who's still awake is, heading in with a smile. Draxa has your leg kind of kicks as you sleep, as you're having dreams of God knows what, chasing a ball or something.
I'm just gonna leave her.
I try and snuggle up to Yellerina and take some of her wing for my own blanket.
Yeah.
I try and little
you
spin her.
absolutely do. So yeah, you kind of like just for heat, like a spider cuddling up to you while you're camping. You nudge up against Yellerina's body and everything, and the wing kind of like folds it over you. And the snoring emanating from that beach is enough to cause an avalanche. But Yellerina sleeps through, as she is far, far gone and inebriated. Leaving the last ones awake, Zara and Reggie. Reggie kind of, looks off at the moonlight, starting to pass over the horizon. the dappled light hitting the waves. You can see that it's going to be dawn in a few hours. It's still there's
God.
still time. But God, it is late, early-ish, early late. Oh
See,
God.
I'm glad that I slept till like 3 p.m.
She kind of looks and says, I don't really know what time it is anyways. Either.
Oh, true. Yeah. Does the Feather House not have like a day-night cycle or anything?
I mean, we dim the candles, so to speak. Malik's place is the only... We call it Malik's place. It's funny. His is the only one that actually will kind of dim, because it sort of feels like outside. Which is curious, because when I've heard the few conversations I've had with him, it seemed like he spent most of his time in the Underdark hunting drow, whatever they are.
Yeah.
So,
Do you think we could just leave him on the beach? I was hoping Yellerina would be able to carry a Draxa back or vice versa, but now they're just like both unconscious and they're way too big to pick up.
I think honestly the weather looks like it's going to hold out, and I
Maybe
think
the sun
that,
will just wake them up in a few hours, right?
oh God, I don't want to be there when they're both hungover.
Oh no.
We
Oh
should
God,
deal with
no.
it. I think you, after what you did for Jeff Stower with this place, I think there's no safer place for them to sleep, really.
I hope so. It's been 2 years, but it seems to be holding up.
I think it's going to hold up much longer than that.
Good.
You did a really good job with it.
It's the first time I've ever done something like this or anything long term like this. I've set up little temporary ones before, but
No, it's beautiful. It's what she would have... Well, I can't say what she would have wanted, because she probably would want to still be here with us. But, I mean, she had to know eventually it would happen. I can't think she would want anything less than what you've given her.
maybe we can dedicate this whole area. Like, we own a manor now. Or this is the first time I've ever owned property. It's kind of a shock for me. But I think we might own all this wine too. God, I don't know.
Oh God, more wine?
No, no, I think we're gonna sell it. We're gonna sell it. It'll be fine. I think we. Oh God, is that meeting like? Oh God, that meeting's probably only a few hours away from now. Jeez, we'll have to push that back.
You should get some sleep then.
Yes.
Um,
I called dibs on a bedroom because I tried to sleep in the same one as the Drax, but oh my God,
back at your villa?
snores so loud.
Oh,
Yeah, but
she does.
it's not
Oh,
my
God,
villa.
she does.
And then she was all like, "Where'd you go?" And I was like, "I couldn't. I'm sorry."
She complains
I have
about me as a baby. Arlington does, anyways. I'm assuming it's because between those two snoring, I can't imagine any baby
Oh,
possibly being able to.
Oh, I can't imagine Arlington snore.
Oh God, it's horrendous. You have no idea.
Oh, God.
His windpipe is as clogged as his arteries.
Stop. It's all hard.
Listen, it's a long ways back, isn't it? I mean, I have no idea where your villa is, but
How far away is it?
I've
It's
yeah,
about
it's probably, I mean, it's probably like a 15-minute walk.
How confident am I that I can make that walk
In your
without
current
like
state,
eating shit?
in your current state, it's dark, and right now it's late
That's
enough
not
that you're
bad.
thinking comfy would be nice.
Yep. No. Feather House.
Okay.
Spine Crusher like stumbles up to the entrance to the path back to the villa, and he pauses for a sec, looks at the path, and recalls walking it earlier in the night.
Twig.
Turns around, heads back towards the beach.
You pass by. Yeah, Yellerina and Adrax are already rattling away.
Nice.
To the point where like
Spine Crusher just plops down and tries to go to sleep as well.
What's up with everyone just sleeping on the sand? God.
they're going to be so itchy. I mean,
The house is literally right there.
right
Like
there. They
right
couldn't make
there.
it. Well, they're
It's none
lost.
of my business, yeah.
Well, if you didn't want to wake up with a bunch of fleas and crabs crawling all over you and everything, there's this still plenty of room in the feather house.
Yeah, I mean, I think I saw a bedroom there, right? Maybe. I don't know. God, I haven't slept in there in so long.
Yeah, there's plenty of room.
All right, awesome. Let's have. I'm sorry, I can't stop looking at you.
She kind of like, yeah, so she, all right. So she kind of walks in ahead of you and everything. Would you like some tea or anything?
Oh yeah, that sounds like, you know what, let's hydrate.
Right, yes. All right.
And that, see, that's the thing people don't understand about healing. It's as much like prevention as it is actually dealing with it the next day.
All right.
Spine Crusher tried to fall asleep on the beach, but indeed the sand was itchy. He like stumbles up, looks around for like the entrance to the feather house, and he sees two of them. Because
Oh god, yeah.
he has double
Okay.
vision.
Okay, make a wisdom save with
God.
disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Okay.
Yep.
All right, hold on one sec. So I got 5 on this, but because I'm indomitable, I can re-roll a saving throw that I fail.
Okay.
Do it.
If I have to use the new roll, though.
Okay.
God, good luck,
Yes.
buddy.
Okay.
Do I have to do that one at disadvantage too, or is it just?
It was just a new roll, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wisdom, right? 17.
Okay. So you're like starting to stumble. You're walking and everything. And just this, Goliath willpower in you. Suddenly, you almost like, for a moment, you just like tense your neck, and it starts to send this gush of blood that like fills up like the vein in your head, and it's just enough blood flow to get your brain thinking enough, and you have this strain, and like for just a moment, the two doors become the one on the left, and that one. you kind of stumble into the feather house. Zara and you and Reggie are sitting there as she's heating up some tea and everything. You're kind of like looking at your cup, and you see Spine Crusher just kind of like barreling in.
Oh God, he made it. Okay, here, buddy, here. Why don't you just, I think I still have a room in here. Why don't you just sleep the night off in that? All right, you'll be fine.
So you clap a hand on his back and lead him in. Spine Crusher. No sooner do you see Brunan's old bed than you immediately go and fall onto the halfling-sized bed.
Oh God, no! I'll direct it. It's fine. Oh God, is it okay? I was implying he could sleep in my bedroom, but that's fine.
He went to the first bedroom he could find.
Oh, fine.
Sorry. So
No, it's fine. Yeah, there you go. Oh God.
Mostly on the floor. Yeah.
Sacrilege.
Yeah. You kind of come back out and everything, closing the door behind you where the Goliath is storing.
Nice.
Reggie kind of looking like, oh God, we should probably get him out of there before Draxa wakes up and finds him.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's see. Do I have anything prepared that maybe could help move him?
we'll figure it out in the morning. I think the best thing to do is glass of, how about a bucket of cold water? I think that would do just fine.
That'd be pretty funny.
Everyone else is asleep. I don't really need tea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you feeling tired at all?
A little. I was hoping to go to sleep before the sun rose, but like, I actually only woke up at 3 p.m., so.
Come on.
All right.
Into a bed. So she goes and leads you down the hallway. Then she's like, well, right. Well, there's your room. Here's mine.
my God, when was the last time? When was the last time I slept in my room? Is it all like nasty? Can I pretend it's all nasty?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, deception check.
Well, yeah, it's not. No,
No, deception check right now.
fine. Oh, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. 12. I think
Okay.
12 is the theme of the night.
Yeah, dozens.
How confident am I that Arlington has not accidentally slept in my bed?
You said Arlington sleeps kind of wherever he'd like.
No. Does anyone?
No, you should probably just play it safe and not even open the door to your room. Come on,
All right.
you can stay with me if you'd like.
Yeah, I hate to admit it, but I've actually gotten used to sleeping in the presence of other people now.
Sure. Okay. So she opens the door, and lets you in, and we're gonna take a break.
Be right back.
Yep.
Be right back.
And we're back.
All right. Constitution saving throw.
Oh god.
All
Oh,
around.
God,
Already
it's been
early
a
morning
night.
first thing.
Adraxa, disadvantage.
That's fair. Who did this to who did this to myself?
Saving throw.
Not 1,
Okay.
4, 9.
Nice.
Natural 20 for 22.
Yeah.
23.
I'm telling you, it's all about
Okay.
hydrating before you go to sleep. Drink that tea.
So, Adraxa. As the seagull pecks at your face.
What the fuck?
It seems that a flock of birds thought that the large avian-looking wing and everything lying still in the morning sun was dead, maybe based on the smell. But at any rate, you now have birds that are begin to fly away. Mostly, some of them just kind of like do like that sort of like seagull leaping trot away.
Get off
and
me, you
try to, like,
cannibals!
walk away to see like, is it really alive still? Damn. Yellow Reina. Why? And you have similar sentiment as, ouch, you are hungover
We haven't done
badly.
this
So
in
I will say disadvantage on all charisma checks and saves for the next 8 hours.
because I'm grumpy.
Yes.
Why is it so bright on the beach?
Spine Crusher.
Mm.
You come to.
Oh,
Where the fuck are you, though? Something about, wait a minute, no, you remember walking through a doorway that was 2 doorways, and then it went into a place that wasn't really a building, but is now where you are in a very small bed. Ouch, your spine is crushed as you did not sleep right. But
why is this bed so small?
you get up and do a good 1, 2, and then everything cracks perfectly. And yeah, no, I'm fine. You're good to go. All right.
That's why they call him that. He's actually a Goliath chiropractor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Business was.
Atraxa, the sun and the sand are burning, and you're sweating. And as you get up, you feel the sand is just like a snickerdoodle on your face. Just like you are dusted with sand that is sticking to the sweat. Oh God, why is everything hot? And one of the seagulls, and you just immediately feel like, why is the world so loud right now? As every single gentle breeze, the soft lapping of waves, thunderously crashing on the sands, is just so fucking loud. A leaf blows in the wind, and oh God, your stomach thinks about how the leaf spins and twists and curdles and
No,
curdles on the wind. Oh God, your stomach does
be
the
right
same
back.
motion.
I'll be right back.
And
Fish.
feed the fish. Yellow Reina pulls, as like she doesn't really move as much. She just kind of like lies there and then, like, just pulls the wing back over her head.
I feel like Bruno would have really, really approved of that. That was, oh God, it was good. I feel like we did right by him.
Zara, you wake up and you just see sitting, lying across from the bed from you, her eyes closed, sleeping peacefully. Reggie, just open.
Am I feeling all right?
Or make a stealth check. Yeah, you're feeling fine.
Awesome. I was telling you. I guess I'm not wearing heavy armor right now because I'm a
No, you would not be wearing heavy armor, so yeah.
15.
Okay. You wake up. It's your choice whether or not you want to wake her.
Nah, I think I'll head out and make some tea for everyone. I know everyone's gonna be really hungover today, so I think I'm gonna get ahead of the
All right.
game. Maybe mix a couple good berries into those bad boys.
Okay. You get up and go out into the kitchen area, and you are, as far as you can tell, the first one up. You see Spine Crusher shortly come in after, exiting out of Brunan's old room, doing some kind of weird morning calisthenic routine that
What
he
is
does.
Rubbing my shoulder, like,
Giving him a good berth so he doesn't accidentally elbow me in the face.
yeah. I'm like Raphael from the first Ninja Turtles movie. Just woke up after like 3 weeks unconscious.
I understood that reference.
Ugh. Yeah.
He's awake. Raph's awake,
He's awake.
and he wants some food.
Yeah. Get him some food.
Soon enough, you see Avendapali, the the tiefling, ascendant, come out. Oh, good morning. I'm glad to see you are all still alive. It was quite a good night. Do me a favor, if I ever die, please send me off with just as good of a funeral.
Can do. Assuming we're also not dead.
I mean, yeah, we're all dead, and we will all have party in afterlife, right? Even better.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes. Oh man. Hey, I've got some. I found some eggs while I was out there foraging in the woods. I think they might make for a good meal. You want breakfast?
Ooh. Yeah.
All right. I've also, I mean, after Arlington's, suggestion that we have not been seasoning the food correctly, I have to admit he had some points. So I went out found some other herbs in the forest that might be good. I can try to use them. Nothing
Yeah,
to be worried about. I know what I'm looking at.
Let's try some new stuff. I
Yeah,
like that idea.
smells really fragrant. Here, try. And he holds out like a bouquet of what looks to be like fresh greenery. You smell it, and it's this lovely, strange tinge somewhere between saffron and oregano, and it's weird, but you feel like it's going to be really fucking good on eggs. And yeah, that sounds like a hangover helper right there. So I said, all right, I'll get to cooking. How do you like your eggs?
Over easy.
All right, over easy for you. Big man, how do you want yours?
Scrambled.
Scrambled, over easy and scrambled. And then,
Real good.
at this point, Adraxa, you stumble kind of like into the feather house, just hoping to find some shade.
Ah, Sarah,
Oh, there she
Oh.
is.
Reggie.
You see Adraxa's hair. Well, describe yourself at this point.
Everything's all kind of kerfuffled. My pants are also like kind of hanging off me a little bit. Like my belt is like way down here, and I don't notice, and I like stumble in, and I don't know that's why I'm stumbling.
Yep.
In like a
Just
gray
left
green
boob
hair,
on your
like,
right
sticking up
shoulder
every-
blade. It's fucking crazy.
there's sand everywhere, like on my face. Like at some point, it looks like I was lying face down in the sand while sleeping. Just.
Sarah,
Um,
where's everybody?
you could probably beat anyone to the hot tub if you needed to. That
No. Rinse off before you get in the hot tub. No, that will
Oh,
ruin
that's
it.
a good
she's right. You
idea.
have to rinse off first.
That is a good
so.
idea.
This is why we won't let Arlington in it, because he won't rinse first.
There's a basin here. No, I hate to tell you this, but he's found his way to it.
Gross.
Alright. It's probably full of germs anyway.
Gross.
Well, we tried to clean it up as best we can, but
Where's the basin?
What about this new villa I'm hearing about? They said something about you are all. Oh, by the way, you are Lord of Stormhammers or Lady of Stormhammers. Sorry, I'm still learning.
I know. It's hilarious. I can't. I don't know. I don't know what that. You all are welcome to move in if you want. You are safer here, but you are adults if you would like to be somewhere with real windows that are not made of magic. You know, you are welcome to it.
Safer is good for. I mean, look, I would love to have a place with real trees, pines, and moonlight. But we live in strange times, yeah, and I have a little one coming. So I would probably prefer it, but I'll talk to my wife, but we'll probably want to keep our little one safe as we can. Provided you all keep this feather safe.
I need to understand.
Yeah.
I would die to keep this feather safe.
Uh,
Not because
what?
of you, but it is an added perk because of you.
Let's not let it come to that. And how about this? How do you like your eggs?
Oh, I love eggs. Thank you.
Uh,
Oh, I
oh,
don't. I need to. Where's the basin? I'll be right back.
outside.
Oh, not in this
We're not
feather.
having that in here. No, can't take it. It's right there. There's a doorway.
Atraxa stumbles out, and then if you hear outside, you can hear it just like splashing around in the ocean.
no, I don't want to hear that.
Oh,
Gross.
Just trying to like rinse
Oh,
off.
God.
She comes back like 10
Oh,
minutes
oh.
later, sopping wet, trailing water through the whole house.
Okay. He does well, like, he hears the noise, and at first there's that sympathetic, instinct that he just
I just took a bath. I was just in the ocean.
Okay.
I just rinsed everything off.
I'm good. Oh, good. You look hot tubs where it is, down there.
I cannot make it out without Sarah.
I'll bring you we'll have eggs ready. And then so he goes about cooking and everything, and shortly enough you have a really good breakfast, savory, and also with this strange kind of sweetness to it that lingers. Whatever it is, that spice or herb that he found in the forest does the trick, man. Holy shit, it is good.
Is it toxic?
We'll find out when I ask you to make a Constitution save. No, you're
So
fine.
you're saying there's a chance.
I'm saying there's a chance.
I mean, now
No.
there is. Sorry, guys.
You guys, it could have been the eggs. Could have been the eggs, not that thing that he used to season them. You never know. Could have been bad eggs. He found them in the woods somewhere. Who finds eggs in the woods? Get a chicken. The fuck's wrong with you? No. So you guys eat breakfast and bathe, and soon enough, there's you hear this sort of like clamor coming from the dunes where the very enthusiastic sounding Vulcan is coming. Lord milady! Oh, Lord milady! I've got a letter from the post for you. Hello? Anyone? Oh, that's right, this thing. Weird, I thought that was...
I can't believe we left the door open.
Hi, everyone.
I guess
Wow.
I'm not sure we have any left stragglers on the beach, so we probably should leave the door open for a bit.
Oh,
Thank you.
wow.
Thank you, Vulcan. What
Right. Oh, sorry.
What do you
sorry.
have?
This is incredible.
Thanks.
I've heard tell of things like this, but only in them pictures books.
You are so sweet.
Oh,
What did you bring us,
wow.
boy?
I've got you a letter. Actually, I'm sorry. It says from Ryla Actos to the new Lord and ladies at the Villa of Regana. I think it looks like Valenkip said it was an invitation.
Cool.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Is it in common?
Yes.
I just hand it to Zara.
I also can't read common. I hand it to Spine Crusher.
Give it over here. Before Spine Crusher reads it, he looks at Vulcan and just goes, Vulcan,
Yeah.
how was your night? Raises one eyebrow at him.
Sir, I'm hoping that nights are going to be a lot better from now on.
That's good to hear.
Maybe the days too. One day at a time, right?
Keep it up, boy. Be yourself.
Yes, my lord. He kind of looks at you, and he's got this like sort of smile. He kind of like raises his chin, and for the you get this feeling like it might be the first time this man has held his head up high.
Your posture looks good. Anyhow, let me read this. Right.
Please.
Okay. To the new denizens of Regana Villa, previously unoccupied, you are herefore invited to meet with the governess of Regana, Lady Rayla Octos, overseer appointed by High Priestess Sistrina. Oh, no, not Sistrina. Fuck, wrong name. Completely wrong name. Akashiket Harrison.
Who?
Akashiket Harrison.
Is that familiar to us?
No, not well. Make a history check. You would probably know this name. Yes.
Spinecrusher tries to pronounce it, but
Yeah, actually, yeah, Spinecrusher. You would know that name. That is the high priestess of Shtaki religion.
Ooh,
Rayla Octos, however, is a name maybe less familiar to you. Make a history check. I would say Spinecrusher specifically.
history check.
Yeah.
9.
9. You've heard the Octos name, but you're not sure of Rayla Octos. But at any point, if this is someone appointed by the High Priestess, she is high ranking within Farragandali society.
This.
Yeah. So it's all. The letter continues. You were invited to appear today, and it gives to the day's date at her emissary here in the island of Regana, the town proper. And gives you this specific address. You are instructed to arrive. Weapons will not be permitted there in the embassy, and you are expected to appear with all due grace and custom and dignity as befitting appointment with the governess of the island to discuss the recent ongoings and sudden reappearance of the city of Higurashil.
Everyone, you need to bathe, get clean, get the stink off you, and get changed. Leave your weapons here.
So you're in charge now?
I know this person. Don't know them personally, but they are very important.
And what do you think she will have to say to you, since you have deserted your men, in her eyes, 2 years ago?
Yellow Raiden comes in. Oh God, are those eggs? Those are eggs, aren't they? Oh, that's so lovely. Thank you so much for the eggs. They smell good. She just sits down, doesn't open her eyes, and everything just almost like sort of feels her way to the kitchen.
Atta girl. Spinecrusher, what do you think your men have been doing? Were you able to change any hearts, any minds, before you came with us?
I had men who would have followed me. Unfortunately, we got teleported. Wound up 2 years in the future. I don't know where they are now. I will tell her the truth. That her god is a false god.
How do you think she will take such news?
If she really believes what she believes, then what I say should mean nothing. If what she believes is the truth, then what does it matter what someone like myself would say? They're just words.
And in her religion, friend, what do they do with heretics?
You would know this, both of you. Typically what happens, it depends on the type of heresy committed. Yeah.
I know, that's why I'm asking.
Very specific notes on what happens, but
have you known any with the brand?
I've heard of those who are branded, yes.
Are you prepared to receive one today?
Spinecrusher takes a deep breath and looks over at Vulcan. Pulls in his chest, straightens his back. If that is what is required of me, then yes.
My lord, Governess Octos has been most kind to the people of Regana since the disappearance of Higurashil. We were in a position gravely, so we were in fear for our lives. You have to understand, pirates came from the Burning Isles, and we was at risk of losing life and limb. And it was a kindness that the Farragandali did come in. They told us it was a kindness they did coming and taking the island for under their protection, their wings. They said, like a mother bird.
Sure.
And
how generous of them.
yes, It was very kind indeed.
Of course.
I mean, Valenquip, she lost her arm in an attack, and it was. I couldn't see her again after that. It was. They were even accommodating enough when she asked that she be allowed to use that magic amulet, and it went against what the governess would have said, but the governess was kind, sir, and I mean, lord and lady. Listen, I know I'm not one to speak above my station,
No,
but
please.
Valenquip said you might not know much about what's going on. You should probably talk to Valenquips, actually. She'd probably put in better words than I could about what's been happening.
Very well.
If you'd like, I can take you back up to the villa, and we can get you set up with maybe some things. We can maybe get a carriage out. Also, she wanted to talk to you, about the wine.
Yeah.
I know
fine.
at that point, the other says, no, oh God, no more. And no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that wine like that. No, shipments. While we were in town, you could probably meet with the harbor master and make an arrangement.
Why?
Well, Valenquip said something about a large sum of gold that would be probably due to you, as you're the masters of the state now.
Cool. Oh, she should have said something last night.
Uh,
Yeah, we can go back.
Come on. I'll. Do you need me to carry anything for you?
Yeah, Lorena, what do you want to do about the house?
Also,
Should we close it back up?
dear God, what is that? And as Akimase comes ambling out
Oh,
Oh, there's my good boy. There's my good boy.
the door that was holding Akimase back, swings back, slams against the wall, and you just see this kestrel ferret amble up onto the wall, scratching,
Here comes the boy.
nearly tackles you, Adraxa.
I let him.
As Vulcan kind of looks back in horror. Oh God, monster!
Oh,
Why is it? You letting it lick you?
he's a beautiful beast. Oh, he's the best. I missed you so much.
What?
I give him kisses.
Lady, that's your. Is that a
Oh,
pet?
Ikimase, we have a bigger house. Would you like a new house to run around in? Do you want to stretch your legs?
And he's just just curling around you and hugging you as best you can guess a ferret would hug you.
I give him.
Wrap your entire body like a python.
I give him all the
Very
snacks I
secretive
have in my
hugs.
pack. Yeah. Every snack
Oh
I have
my
in my
God.
pack, I let him have.
It what would have lasted probably a week, he devours in a moment.
Yeah, so let him finish my
And,
eggs.
yeah, he finishes your legs, or not legs. God damn it! He finishes your eggs, and then immediately, he finishes them, and then looks over towards spine crushers, and just
Spine crusher.
you
This
just see
this
this
is
jaw
Ikimase.
snapping as you see this kestrel ferret, this large feathered Komodo dragon-sized ferret, for lack of a better word, albino with pink eyes and a long wolf-like snout, jangly-looking teeth that are just kind of jutting out in every which way, as it kind of looks at you. One doesn't look at you so much as its eyes roll back as it tries to eat at the eggs that are in front of you.
Ikimase.
Spine Crusher just lifts up the eggs from the table and just turns his back towards the kestrel ferret.
This is Spine Crusher. Do not attack him. Spine Crusher.
Animal handling check.
19.
By the way, is animal handling charisma based?
Wisdom.
It's wisdom.
Good. Lucky you. You get that, and then he kind of sees Spine Crusher has the eggs and everything, but he's a good boy.
He's a best boy.
He kind of goes and not so much his tail wagging as much as his hips kind of back and forth.
We should have let you out to run around outside last night. I'm so sorry.
He kind of like outside you say outside, and he immediately sees the door.
Don't do it. It is too sunny. It is the sunniest I've ever seen it today.
He goes out, backs away.
Tonight, okay? We'll go for a nighttime run, the two of us tonight. Right.
You rub his little neck and everything. He nuzzles against you, and it's enough that like it's a hard nuzzle, like a Saint Bernard, or something. It just like pushes your head back a little. You're like, okay, boy, okay.
I adore you.
He kind of looks into your eyes and everything, and you just have like that. You're not really sure what's going on behind those eyes, other than pure happy right now. Oh God, it missed you so much. It's just so happy.
I needed that.
Oh, and yeah. Vulcan is just kind of like looking in horror at this thing the entire time, like,
Looks like you're gonna have another mouth to feed, Vulcan.
Wait until Winnie sees about this thing. Does it shed?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
So much.
She's not going to be happy at all about this one. Oh God.
Well, we don't want to be any trouble. Ikemis is always on his best behavior.
Well, I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, the former mistress supposedly had a bunch of hounds, so
They are terrible.
how much harm could one of these do, right?
I wouldn't worry about it.
Well, if you'd like, we can head back now.
Yeah, all right now. Is it good if I lock up?
Oh, we lock it up. All right, you can close it down. The whole thing. Yep, close
Aight.
it, lock it away. All right.
See you soon.
All right.
Right, we follow Vulcan out. And I gotta call it Sam.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, you head back to the villa. There, lady, or not lady, damn it. You see the Valanquips, and she's there. She seems to be going over a bunch of papers and everything in one of the rooms. She has, she pushes up her spectacles as you come in. Oh, well then, hi. I've got some things for you to look at. I have some papers and everything for you to go over. Fairly simple, if you don't mind. So, as the new lord and lady of the estate, of course, you're entitled not only to the property here and everything, but of course, the entire holding that is gifted to you by the Council of Higurashi, which includes, of course, the mine and the vineyard. Now, the vineyard itself is in, it's completed. We've completed our harvest, and actually, the vintage is ready to be shipped. However, we needed to arrange for the actual shipment. So, the last few years, we've made shipments to Fagandal into the Burning Isles, and some around the bend to, we've made it all the way to Marheim at the farthest. And actually, there's been a lot of cross-ocean voyages to ship, even as far as the Sword Coast. With that, there's been, it's strange. Usually, voyages across the ocean to the Sword Coast have been fraught with difficulties, but over the last 2 years, they've been notably that voyages have made it safely without much incident. At any rate, we can ship the wine different places, but we have some options here. I'd like to go over with you.
Okay.
We need to be here for this.
Yes, I'd like you to be here. So the profits, and mind you, this is profits we're expecting to attain at the end of these shipments. We're expecting to see approximately 120,000 gold pieces, probably, for the shipments. Now, that's going to mean that we need to also consider whether or not we want to invest in insurance for these. That would reduce it, unfortunately, by about 40,000 gold pieces. However, we would be guaranteed an income of 80,000 with nothing wrong. Even if something were to befall the shipments, a hurricane or attacks, any number of things, provided that it
With
was
the
not.
state of the world, let's go for the insurance.
That seems wise. Whatever monsters were sealed into Marisol's realm for the past 2 years are likely out again, so yeah.
Oh. Right.
Yeah,
some
we want to
money.
claim that insurance before they realize there's pre-existing conditions in the world. So
Aye.
Well, so for that, we would need to make arrangements with the harbor master in town to arrange for the insurance. Now, they would require the money up front. You have the 40,000 gold pieces to cover the costs.
I have 10 silver pieces to my name. I have a villa, though.
Well,
Alright.
itself is, while it is technically not your property to sell, as it is still the property of the, you are granted the rights to the land and to the holdings, but you would not the property.
So, I'll be real with you. I don't really understand how much money this money is worth, but I have about $5,000. I mean, gold. I think Brunin had some money too, right?
I think Adraxa took all of it.
It's fine. You can always,
Adraxa has some money.
you can always
I
seek
have
an
10
investor.
gold.
Do you have any?
Where'd all Brennan's money go then? Who took it? Somebody took it. Did you guys leave it? Did you burn it?
We would probably
didn't
assume that
burn
like
it.
whoever wrapped him up would have helpfully emptied his pockets first, but I don't have it.
Yeah.
I have 135
I-
gold pieces to my name.
No, someone definitely took Brunen's gold. If no one took Brunen's gold, I took Brunen's gold.
Okay. So
Brunin died with
Should have had a lot.
312 platinum,
That's
three-
good.
3,000 gold, 1,761 silver, 3,139 copper.
My
So
best friend on earth.
So about
left me fucking broke.
6,000 gold. He left you like 6,000 gold. That's not broke.
I mean,
Well-
he left me broke. I have nothing right now.
Oh,
it's fine. What we can do is, if you don't have the money up front to cover the insurance, you can either take the risk of the voyage being
can we
attacked.
just insure like a quarter of it?
You could take that up with the harbor master. Another option would be, you could always try and make arrangements to protect the shipment yourself, either securing another ship to go on the voyage, accompanying it, or you could accompany it yourself if you really wanted to do that.
What if we just
means
put?
converge.
No. What if we just put everything in the feather house and then and then just took our? Wait, also, we have like a whole airship, don't we?
Yeah. Well,
Can we just fix it that way?
If an airship is an option, that would be, oh wow, that would be quite good. I would warn you, however, I've heard of, well, around the Burning Isles, the pirates are getting quite entrepreneurial, we'll say. But an airship would be a far more secure means of transport than other means, especially if you're thinking of the Mearshall would be coming back.
almost,
God, I hope
almost
not.
certainly.
Well then,
Valenquips, how
Yeah.
many are employed here at the estate?
oh well, of course, here at the estate proper, there is myself, Vulcan. There is also Flor and Cole and Winnie.
But you have. Is
That's
it
fine.
is it you all
No, that's-
working the fields as well, or is there more?
No, there's a good number of people from the island of Regana itself, and mind you, again, I'm telling you, it's profits that you would expect to see probably, and this is based purely on last year's numbers of around 120,000,
Which we're reducing to 80,000.
which we would reduce to 80,000, assuming that we're paying to cover the liability risk.
And we're also considering that the mates of fate have done nothing to earn these profits. They are not ours. We do not work your fields.
No.
So, how many ways are we dividing this? What is 80,000 divided by what? You said 8?
No, we are already covered and paid for. This is profits. Listen, no, Lady of Soulhouse, understand. We are well compensated. Trust me.
You're compensated more than 10,000 gold a year?
Yes.
Can I work here?
Yeah, all right.
I think in the
do.
past 3 years I've made maybe half of that.
No. Listen, you'll do fine. It's a very
Really?
prestigious position here. You'll be doing better than us, but not terribly. But
I've been wearing these boots for 8 years because I cannot afford.
You've been
Wow.
wearing this- Come here right
Should
now.
have just
Wait a
come to
minute.
Regana.
Come here. Put up your foot.
8 years. I mean, I gobbled them back together. Okay.
She has you hold up your foot. Begins. She pulls out her tape measure and immediately begins sizing it and everything.
Well, I mean, I like
Very-
these boots. I like the strap on them.
Kind of taken aback by how wide the boots are. Just a moment. May I? And she
If you want.
takes them off. Naturally measures your feet as well. Starts looking at the boots. Whew.
They're well seasoned.
Looks at them, gives them a feel and everything. Oh no, that's all wrong. Oh, okay. Takes out her hand and wipes it with a handkerchief and everything. Give me a moment, and I'll have that taken care of as well for you.
I got those in Marheim. Bruno won them in a card game.
Well, that reminds me, Vulcan wanted to show you a game. Oh, yeah, it's nothing. Is Vulcan or Kolga? I can't remember. One of those two wanted to play the game of Three Dragon Ante with you.
Fun. Zara, are you comfortable with this? You're comfortable with us taking these profits from this land we had nothing to do with?
It's no. Listen, this otherwise it goes into a reserve. We can't touch the money. The money just sits there. So really, it should go to some purposes.
No, I mean,
spend it as
I'm
you
comfortable
wish.
with trying to get it sold. I'm not saying we should keep that money. I'm saying we should distribute this wine and then figure out what we're gonna do with it.
We should.
Mind you,
We should at
I
least
should point
pay back the harvesters, right? I mean, that's only fair.
Oh yeah, or just invest it back in the entire island.
Right,
Like,
right.
well, that would be a kindness. Yes. The island could use.
but we don't have the problem is we shouldn't even start like I would love to think about about where this money should go, but we haven't sold it yet. We have to make sure it gets to where it needs to go safely, and that like, that's the first priority is just offloading it.
I mean, there's risks either way. You can make it. You don't have to decide right now, but
I would much rather have lower profits that we can guarantee distribute than
what you could have had,
lose it all
it's better not to ever know.
and make all these beautiful
Trust
plans.
me. Mind you, I would say that the 120,000 is based on the last 2 years' productivity, and we've seen the money that has been accrued that has been without a master of the estate with Lady Thuala gone. We sought to reinvest that money in updating our process, buying new casks and kegs, and
Oh yeah.
improving it. So we improved it. So we've expanded the winery a great deal to be able to produce more. So we would likely see more than 120,000. Honestly, this year, it's been a vast improvement over the last.
So we're gonna have to insure it for more than 120,000. You think?
So what I'm saying is they're looking at the last 3 years of performance, which means you could go for 80,000 guaranteed, but at a higher risk, you could probably see far more than 120,000.
I will level with you. Our business
can-
here is temporary. We have much bigger things to worry about, but we do probably need to go to the Burning Isles anyway.
Well, this could finance that. Whatever bigger things you have to worry about. I mean, obviously, if the council sought fit to give it to you, then you have plenty of reasons to treat this as a home base, whatever operations he or she sees as necessary to the preservation of knowledge in the world, or whatever your purpose is. Point is that we're at your disposal. I'm not here just as your housekeeper. That's Winnie's job. I'm here to help you manage the estate. And you need to start thinking about this less as just a house and more as really a tool to give you the means to change the world as you need to. You have power here. I think it's safe to say that none of you have ever really had power. I'm not in this sense, I should say.
Somewhat presumptuous, I think.
My axe casts lightning bolts.
And yet, can your axe influence foreign trade, or maybe
It cannot.
keep a city from starving?
It absolutely cannot.
All I'm saying is that you have to start thinking. It seems like you have all been used to thinking about fighting in a very direct way. You can start thinking now about how to set things right, make the world better, and using different weapons, as it were.
It's hard to think of investing in the world when you're so worried the world will be temporary. But she has a point.
Hello? You hear Floor knock on the door. I heard they were going into town. Is that true?
Hello, Floor.
Oh, hello. I was wondering if someone might be able to pick me up a bit of milk.
What kind?
Oh, just from the cow would be fine.
Cow's
It'd be
milk.
preferable, really. It works better with some of the pastries. You can go with sheep or goats, but I find that it gives that gamey taste.
Hi. Well, we would be happy to.
Very good.
How many gallons?
Gallons! Goodness, girl. Oh, how many? Oh, if you can carry them all back, then sure, bring the whole cow.
Did you want us to buy you a cow?
She kind of like looks over at Valanquist and everything. Valanquist looks and says, I never mentioned that you brought it up. Really? She's, I would love a cow.
Okay.
I've been asking for a cow. I think it'd be wonderful. For one thing, the backyard is quite overgrown, and I think a cow would do wonders there. We do need a fence mended, but I think that Vulcan can more than manage that by himself. The boy needs to keep his hands busy, you know what I mean? Valanquist's
Right.
he's fine.
One heifer coming up.
We will bring you a cow, and in lieu of that, we will bring you some milk.
Oh, that's wonderful. If we had a cow, make sure. Hey, listen to me. Have any of you been around farms before?
Yes.
Okay, you look underneath of it and you make sure that it's a girl cow and not a boy, because I can't use that for milking. You understand?
I respect its privacy.
Get the math.
Otherwise, you can expect the cakes here are going to be quite bad. So
I'm sure I can tell the difference.
Okay, good. Well then, oh goodness, Falcons! I'm so happy. A cow, finally, people who have actually been willing to help. Yes, I know. It's just. I'm so very happy that you're all here.
I love you.
What was that?
What? No
I'm
problem.
sorry, it's a bit hard of hearing. Well, all right. Well, I have to go and make the rest of the meals for the day. Especially, I'm going to cook something up for your voyage. I think we have a bit of ground lamb that I could use to make a hand pie for each of you. That'd be quite delicious. Do you care for maybe cinnamon and nutmeg mixed in with the spices? And any allergies? Oh, who am I kidding? You are all a bunch of hardy young people. You can deal with suffocating a little throat closes up.
Been craving goat lately for some reason.
Oh, I'll make you some.
Thank you.
We should have some in stock. Okay, so she goes, and soon enough, you guys are. You continue looking over some of the papers and discussing with Valanquist the different options and everything. And you're sitting there in this office there in the villa, and you come to realize in this strange moment, it's something about this moment of sitting there in this room. You realize it's not the villa, it's not some office that you're sitting in. This is yours. This is all yours. And for the first moment, it dawns on you this feeling of not just power, but responsibility too. These people, like, in a weird way, for God knows what reason, they sort of are all looking to you to make decisions, to guide them, to give them purpose and meaning and things to do. And, it's just this bizarre feeling. And yet they seem to already respect and like you, and in a lot of ways have had their lives immediately improved by you. Strange power. For the first time in your life, you truly have enough clout to really be more than just a fist in a tavern hitting, against someone's jaw. for the first time, you have this strange feeling of being more than just a pawn, more than just a chess piece or in the game. For the first time, you feel like players sitting on one side of the board. On the other, fallen one, the fallen king looking to bring about the end. That's where we'll call it.
I feel like this is like it's like an Always Sunny episode where it's like the mates of fate form an LLC.
Oh god, what could go wrong, right? I mean,
What could go wrong?
oh man, I'm excited.
I'm like, hey,
I'm gonna have to learn how to read common now.
I know we're both
Yeah.
gonna have to learn how to read.
Like, let me.
I can read. I just not in common, not in modern common.
I love
Spark's just doing all the paperwork otherwise.
You're really gonna have to, man.
The mates of fate have done a lot of growing up since yesterday.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Good game, guys. Thank you, Matt.
Good game.
Thank you guys. Really,
Yeah.
man, I would just probably keep going for like another like 12 hours if I could. Ah,
I know.
Me too. All right, friends. Thank you, everybody who joined us in the chat and was hanging out
Yeah.
viewing. It's always good to see you guys. We love you.
Yeah.
Bye. See you later.
yeah.
Bye.
Good
Good night.
My hand disappears. Look at that. Weird.
Leave it at two
Me
guys.
can, right?